Have a fantastic evening. Do stay tuned. You've got Rae and Mark and Helena. Yes, producer Helena in on the show this evening. Do stay tuned. I will see you tomorrow with Katie P for more Out of This World treats. Have a great one, everyone.
Designers Alison Tarry and Nadia Shields bring you this incredible wirework and macrame dragon DVD. This double disc DVD will guide you through how to create this mythological masterpiece from start to finish. Learn an array of wirework, macrame and seed beading techniques. This 2-hour masterclass also comes with a booklet filled with additional instructions and details. All of this for just $12.95. To get your copy, contact our call centre or head over to JewelleryMaker.com and type in the code RYTY83. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Join designer Alison Tarry on her Easter Egg Designs DVD. Alison will guide you through 5 different designs, including a netted egg, a floral egg, and an Easter chick design. You'll also learn a variation of seed beading techniques. You'll need to be quick as stock is now limited. To get your copy, contact the call centre or head over to JewelleryMaker.com. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome to the Late Show on Monday. It is lovely to have your company. Hope you're really, really, really well. My name is Rae, with you all the way through till 10 o'clock, and this is like the best theme for Mark, because it's all about the Star Wars. If he could have created an R2-D2 out of the seed beads today, I think he would have. Mark's with us tonight. Hi Mark, my lovely.
This is the first science fiction theme show I think I've actually been on.
Is it?
I think it is. We had when we were at Eagle Road.
Yes.
We had this huge discussion about coming dressed as stormtroopers and Darth Vader, and unfortunately,
so should have put the buns in.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh yes, you could have done, couldn't you? A little nod that we could have used.
Yes, we could have. We should have done that.
Never thought about it, did we? No, it's a really good theme, and the jewellery that's been on the show this morning and this afternoon has been incredible.
Yeah,
and I don't know how Gemma managed to make so much jewellery for the mid-show this afternoon.
Amazing,
it was amazing.
Huge amount. Mind you, you've done a darn good job yourself.
Bad, no.
Yeah, definitely. Now, obviously, there is going to be a little bit of seed beading because Mark's with us. But what's gorgeous tonight, not focused on Kumihimo and Macrame for, and, well, I certainly haven't on the Late Show for
Well, we
an
decided.
age.
Well, I was asked if there was anything in particular I wanted in the kit, and I'm a massive fan of the thickest Eslon that we do.
Yeah, which, what is that, 9?
The 0.9.
Yeah.
So I had that, I had some amazing gemstones with big drill holes to enable me to use the Eslon. Stardust beads, obviously, for out of this world night. So I went right back to basics with Macrame and Kumihimo, which I haven't done for such a long time. So
It's lovely.
No, it's brilliant.
It's definitely, for me, it's one that I don't think that personally I've seen enough of.
No,
and I really,
absolutely.
really enjoy seeing you guys doing it. So, we've got so much jewellery. Can we just have a quick look at Mark's jewellery? Because we've got so much beauty. The colours, I have to say, that navy Eslon is
amazing,
beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful. No, they've done so well with this kit. Really, really well. It's lovely.
So we've got, there are 2 kits. Yeah, that beautiful Star Swarovski's coming up tonight, absolutely. It's coming up within the first hour, in the first hour with Mark at 7. I'm absolutely head over heels in love with that cascade of stars.
It's brilliant,
Beautiful.
isn't it? And I haven't had stars for such a long time. And on my craft stall, we have hearts, stars and flowers, top sellers in that order.
Amazing.
So you always have to have stars on your stall if you're selling them.
Lovely.
No,
I have
really
to say,
pleased.
I was quite beautifully surprised by the pyrite.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, really, very
Yes.
big, chunky, those gorgeous stars, really
massive
substantial,
carat
aren't they?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going to be showing you how to make this bracelet. That'll be my demo.
Very much
a bit
looking forward to
later
it.
on as
I was
well.
looking for glue. Now, look at the face. To be fair, that is a well-deserved face. I picked up the bracelet. I was like, oh, where's the glue? And I was looking. No, there's no glue. It's beautifully threaded. And I was like, of course it is.
Well, there is a little trick which I'll show you,
Yeah, but
which
it
I've recently discovered.
I love the fact that they just look as if they're balancing and they're suspended on there.
that's
Gorgeous.
brilliant.
Yeah, looking forward to it
Wonderful.
very, very much indeed. Now, something else, obviously, that look, I hate saying this, but it wasn't me that's named him this. It was Nugget Boy, and I then said it's not Nugget Boy. As far as I'm concerned, he's the Sultan of the Nuggets.
No. It has changed.
It's changed.
I have been renamed on Friday's Late Show. We had a bit of a 5-minute text in on new names, and the one we decided was from Craig and Sarah.
Yeah.
And we've gone for Nugginator. So that's what I'm now called. The Nugginator, which is apt for sci-fi night,
His
isn't
buck. His buck, the nugget.
Yeah.
Now that, oh yes.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Who was that, Craig and
That
Sarah?
was Craig and Sarah, yes. Nugginator.
That, props.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Quite frankly. Oh, that is awful. Well, just a brilliant name for it. Just brilliant. Nugginator. It's awful, but it's amazing. Does that make you know? It's like Nugginate. Is it Nuggetnator or
Nugginator.
Nugginator?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm loving it. Gotta say. Well, the Nugginator's here, so we've got brand new. I'm not going to be able to say that with a straight face. I'm not going to lie. We've got brand new back in stock. Okay, you need to stop everything at 8 o'clock tonight, okay? You need to be watching Mark for the demo on our first kit in the 7 o'clock hour without fail. That goes without saying. I know you're there for that. I don't really need to say that. But this turquoise extra long strand, it is back in stock. We've got 333. The magic numbers, can we just discuss the 333s and the importance of that? And the price is going so far away from £10. It is unreal. 8 o'clock tonight. Lovely colour. Lovely colour. Looking forward to that. Do you want to kick off the night? Let's do that. So, let me bring you, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab these because I will need them. So, these are really pretty. Straight away, you'll be able to see that there's quite a lot in this pack actually. You're getting your T-bar clasps, but they're the heart shape, the toggle clasp with the heart shape. Now I know that obviously so many of you have not just used these as they are meant to be. They're fit for purpose, which is as clasps. I know that many of you have used them as, you know, sort of earrings and the lot there. But you are getting an awful lot. So you're getting 8 clasps. Isn't that amazing? 8 clasps. Now the base that you've got here is your brass, and then on top of that you've got your rose gold. Now the wonderful thing about this, you've got such a pretty design, and a design I think that looks expensive, lends itself to every necklace and bracelet that you could possibly imagine. And of course the fact is as well, it's in that rose gold colour, which is so absolutely not going anywhere. It is so, so popular. So 8 toggle clasps is what you are getting. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can on these. Now, I will just say, for the couple of you that have come in and gone, yeah, buying those, so can I just say thank you so much for your trust? So thank you so, so much. Because we're about to do something on the Late Show. There's a little bit nuts for these clasps. It's a little bit out of this world. Thanks there, Mike. I'm liking the symbol there, that is making my day. $195 for 8 clasps. Now, you will not have seen that price for these. It is ridiculous. They are absolutely phenomenal at that price. Now, there are so many of you who are multi-buying on these already. Thank you so, so much indeed. I hope you've had a fantastic Monday. A fantastic, fantastic start to your week, I hope. Really do. I know myself and Mark and the crew, we're really, really looking forward to your company all the way through till 10 o'clock tonight. We've got masses to keep you, of course, glued to your screens. Not literally, don't go and get the E6000 and put your face on. No, we don't mean it like that, but it just mean just stay there. Thanks, Mike, lovely. Is that all up and running?
Yep.
Thanks, sweetheart. I don't know what I pressed. You know me and technology. Over half the stock is out the door. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. And Helena, my lovely, could I see some names, my love, please? That would be marvellous. Because at the moment, all I see is rose golden heart toggle clasp on my screen. Thank you, my lovely. 0800 644 655 if you would like to just open your order with us today, of course, or indeed add to your order if you've been with us on the morning show and, of course, in mid-show. £1.95, under £3 for your shipping and handling charge for the entire day. And let's not forget as well a 30-day money-back guarantee. But thinking about, if you're literally just thinking stash, that is a stash fit. Yes, it is. It really is a necessity. Oh, lots and lots of names. Thanks, Helena, my lovely. Vera collects in Yorkshire, Jenny, multi-buying, well done. Elaine, Sandra, Tracy, Kathleen, Francois, Catherine, Maggie, Carol, Karen, Katrina, Tracy, collects in Shropshire, Edith, Samina, Barbara, Fiona, Lisa, Jean, collectors in Blaine and Gwent, Julie, Pat, Stephanie, Sharon, Vera, Barbara, so many of you there. Hold those lines. Brilliant, brilliant fast start to the show tonight. Hold those lines. Well, well done. Now we're going to move on to, now very, very last of stock. I need to warn you on these. We are talking tiny quantity. But if you imagine in our warehouse, okay, racks and racks and racks of shells, huge amount of them, and almost the sort of size of a recycle bin tub full of what would have been Biwa pearls. There's now a few strands left taking up space in our warehouse. Now, the wonderful thing about these Biwa pearls is that more often than not, you see these side by side. You don't get to use that full, beautiful top to bottom drill. And that's the lovely thing about it. Have a look at these. You've got the top to bottom drill running through. Look at the colours as we run through them. They are electric greens and purples coming through there, aren't they? But this strand has let us use these pearls in such a different way, haven't they, Mark? You know, when we're looking at these, normally they're sandwiched together really tight on a strand, aren't they?
Well, I just like the fact that they're top to bottom drills rather than side to side.
Exactly.
Simple earrings, straight away. I don't know how many are on the strand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So 9 pairs of earrings straight away on a simple head pin.
Yep.
Job done, that's the simplest.
And that's, but that we don't get a chance to appreciate that drop on them normally, do we?
No. It's probably, for every 2 top to bottom drill, we probably get 30 or 40 side drills. It's quite rare to actually see them top to bottom like that.
I totally agree with you. The wonderful thing about it as well is that they've got, the reason that you see them more or less side to side more often than not is because, of course, they're not thick enough to get that drill hole through. These biwas have got a beautiful width to them. Okay, can we just establish that normally we would be seeing these closer to $17.95 and $14.95. $7.95 for the last of stock. Genuine freshwater cultured pearls, beautiful, beautiful enhanced colour, and they are, please can I just say right now, that price on your screen, look at the colour, oh my gosh, that is an electric ultraviolet coming out of there. Hold those lines, hold those lines, hold those lines, stay where you are, checking out on those, well done. I'm going to move on then to rose gold colour again, but this time around we've got the lobster claw clasps for you on top of solid sterling silver. So this is quite something to write home about. Let me put these in the tweezers for you so you get a chance to see these. So you've got your lobster claw clasp. You've got the jump ring attached as well in that rose gold colour. Now remember that this is solid sterling silver as the base with an 18 carat rose gold drenching on the top of it. So enjoy this. So you're going to get 3 in the pack. They're that lovely, they're sort of that perfect size, so that sort of concealed clasp as well, aren't they? Where you don't want to make too much about it, but you still want that quality. You still want that beautiful solid sterling silver, pure solid sterling silver base with that 18 karat gold to just give that piece of jewellery that little bit of gravitas. Well, 3 of them in the pack in solid sterling silver, less than £1 each. Less than £1 each. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can on these. Rose gold 18 carat on top of solid sterling silver on your screen, 8 by 3 millimeters. And without a doubt, and again, really thinking about your, you might be sat at home at the moment going, oh, I don't know if I'm using rose gold at the moment, Ray. I don't know if we're working with rose gold at the minute. It doesn't matter, get them in your stash so that when you do, you're not waiting for us to bring you it, or you're not having to log into the website and buy it fresh from the website for a little bit more than probably what you're looking at on screen as well. So £2.95. Under £1 each. Judith, Tracy, Dawn, Fiona, anonymous collectors, well done indeed to you. Make sure that you're checking out. For those of you who have just dialed us on 0800 644 655, make sure you're checking out and confirming on these as soon as you can. And again, thinking about when you are putting that suite of jewellery together, the matching necklace and the bracelet, you want those matching clasps, don't you? A little charm maybe to go on that bracelet as well, all tied in beautifully with those clasps. Hi Violet, hi Julie, hi Tracy, hello Jane, multi-buying, lovely to see you. Solid sterling silver, under £1 each on your, just hold those lines, hold those lines. Very last of stock on all of these, very last of stock. I'm going to move on to, okay. There's a lot in here. These are really decent size, actually. These would work beautifully. We've got Mark's got some beautiful stardust beads in one of the kits coming up for you tonight. These would lend themselves beautifully to the Kumihimo work and the Macrame work that Mark's working with as well tonight. Really decent sized drill hole. That's the reason I'm mentioning it. Look at that. So you've got silver plated brass round beads, 100 in the pack. That's going to go a long way, isn't it? It's going to go a long way, definitely. These would work quite well because of that drill hole size, wouldn't they, Mark?
That's right. I think you could easily get the Eslon that we're working with this evening through those, or 1mm leather cord, all of the wires.
Yeah, definitely.
That's brilliant. I love
definitely. Them. Again, another one of those moments. Oh, very right. Helen has just said very, very last of stock on these. 0800 644 655. Brass base, silver plating, 5mm round, £2.95 for 100 of them. Well, okay, very, very last of stock. They've gone. They've gone. They're out the door. They've sold out. Well done. I'm not surprised. 100 for that price. Okay, don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, we have got those incredible turquoise nuggets that we've got coming up for you at 8 o'clock tonight. But before we do that, let's bring you a strand of turquoise rounds. Now, quantity-wise, Helena, can you remind me, please, lovely? 20 strands left, that's it. 40 carats, 8mm rounds. Really lovely, lovely size. You're looking at, and again, thinking about that Arizonan desert area, thinking about it's 54,000 square miles. That's vast. That's a vast area. That is a big, old area of desert. But what you have to remember is that the area that has produced the most predominant turquoise, it's literally barren now. There isn't any more coming out of the ground. So when you are getting, and they are proper bright blues, they're not a greeny blue, are they? They are a really proper bright turquoise. $40 carats, 8mm rounds, 8cm strand. Mark, thoughts on this one? Because this is a very unisex form of the turquoise, isn't it?
No, completely. I just love the fact of all the matrix that you've got on it as well.
It's lovely,
it's beautiful. Isn't it? No, unisex every day of the week, isn't it? It's beautiful.
Just one, beautiful. Or would you be tempted to use the entire? What's?
Well, I would first of all, with the silver beads that we've just had, and the nuggets that we've got coming up, just make a complete suite, his and her suite. Nice. So I would probably have more of the silver beads and the rounds with the ladies' piece, and then one or two with the chaps. But I just think it's beautiful.
It is. It's such a
beautiful. It's a lovely size as well.
It is, isn't it? It's a it's not too big. It's not too small. It's and I'm just sort of showing you. I mean, for years and years, I tried to get turquoise Milano charm bracelets when I was over at Gemporia. Years I tried to, and they were so prohibitively expensive for us to buy, to purchase in, and to get that turquoise in just on a stretchy with a little silver spacer. You know, we would have had to have sold them on at $49.99 easily, which became prohibitively expensive because there was a certain expectation on price point for them. But what I will say to you is, if you were able to create something, a sort of charm bracelet, very simple stretch out of this. Honestly, look elsewhere and see what they're charging for them.
Would it be real turquoise as well?
That's a really good point. Or is it not chalcedony? Is it Jasper that's been dyed a blue, which is what a lot of places do. A lot of places do. Okay, certificate of authenticity for 25 pence proves that these are the real deal. $71.95. Oh, no. Let's take it as low as we can go for you. Really decent size, 8mm rounds, $44.95. They are the last 20 strands that we have for you. The very final 20. Every one of them is individual, everyone's unique. They do have that base colour, that Sleeping Beauty base colour, don't they?
They're incredible. I'm looking at that price now. That's what I would probably charge for a pair of earrings, just single.
Yeah, I think when you're using this gemstone, I think that's easily what you'd be looking at, wasn't it? Beautiful colour. 8mm rounds as well, so you've got that there's no graduation. You've got that consistent size with these, which is really, really lovely, so that you know that you are going to get something that is really sort of unified in that entire design. Make sure you're checking out and confirming. If you're pressing your button once, make sure you're checking out. Good luck. Hold those lines. Hold those lines. So, 8 o'clock. While we're talking about turquoise, these are back in stock, 333 strand. Lots of you asking if we can open it up for pre-order. I really want to make it as fair as we possibly can for everyone this evening. 333 of them will be available at 8 o'clock tonight. The price is absolutely out of this world. It is honestly out of this world. It is going to be so far away from £10. It is unreal. Really, really great price. Trust us when we say that. Next one that we've got for you. I think Sam is dashing to fetch them. Is that okay? Which one would you like to do, my lovely? Helen's going, oh, I thought we had... Say that again, my lovely. Yes, we can, of course we can. Oh, these are really pretty. Really pretty. Look at these. These are dainty. instantly, my niece Olivia is obsessed with butterflies, always has been since she was tiny. And whenever I see those beautiful little designs, reminds me instantly of her. These are so dainty and delicate. Aren't they pretty? So you've got very dainty, delicate little butterflies, and then their wings are encrusted with the cubic zirconia. Can you see as I tilt it back how that cubic zirconia just catches the light and glistens? Look at that, really pretty. Double connector. So again, thinking about whether you wanted to, are they brand new? Hang on a minute then. That gets a little fanfare. It gets the little fanfare of premiere. These have never been on screen before. These are brand new in our building. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. 5 of them in a pack. Now again, you know, I look at these and I can think instantly of that sort of textbook sort of signature ring that we would be able to do for you in your gold wire with these. Just very, very simply sitting on the finger. Join them all together, make a really pretty bracelet, pop them into a neckline piece. They are very, very pretty and so much scope to play with these. $6.95. Now these are brand new, Mark, and obviously that means that we haven't necessarily seen them in a kit or seen them in a design before, but they're very pretty.
Oh, they're extraordinary, aren't they?
Aren't they really
very, very
pretty?
Delicate. Just one on an Essalon bracelet, a little friendship bracelet. A couple of larks, head knots,
do you know
one
what?
either
That's
side.
a really nice idea. Very, very lovely idea.
They're very cute. But I think they're a really nice piece of jewellery for Easter holidays or summer holidays, for if your children are just starting to make jewellery, they're copying mummy, making jewellery, your first piece of proper grown-up jewellery. I think it's lovely.
Love that idea. I also love the idea for bridesmaids on a hen do. Now, last May when I was bridesmaid for one of my friends, Catherine, the other bridesmaid, we had lark's head knot bracelets, but we all had hens. Now I opened up the parcel, right, and I was like, it was a friendship bracelet, and I looked at it and I was like, why have we all got chickens? I literally was like, why have we all got chickens on a bracelet? I didn't say anything, and I was like, okay, we're all wearing them because it's clearly a chicken theme, but I don't know about. And then literally it dawned on me, hens, hen weekend. I had a moment, honestly. But these have been much, much prettier. And I can honestly say, I've never worn the hen friendship bracelet since. I don't think any of us have had. We wore them for the hen weekend, and that was a lot. But these, you would wear these, and it would be a keeper, wouldn't it?
No, completely. Completely. Alongside the turquoise that we've just had.
Oh, do you know what? Those colours, that gold colour and that turquoise. Oh, beautiful idea.
Just separating
really
them
lovely.
Maybe just 1 or 3, something like that.
Really lovely idea. Gold and turquoise is very opulent, isn't it? It's a beautiful combo.
I always use gold with turquoise.
Do
always
you?
Have done.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. It is lovely, lovely, lovely. Please do make sure that you're checking out. You are the first to own these, the first to have them in your collection, and the first to use them. So do let us know what it is that you decide that you are going to sort of create. Oh, hang on, jumping butterflies. What you are going to create with those. They are gorgeous. Now, Mark, I've got some bobbins next.
Brilliant.
Now, I think, are these the small size bobbins? Okay, so this is the 8-pack small size bobbin. Now, I've got them plain and simple here for you. So I'm just going to show you. So you're going to get an 8-pack. These are the smaller size. So I'm just going to show that there for you. And then what I'm going to ask Mark is to show you a full old bobbin. So basically, when you're working with your Kumihimo or your Macrame, this is a great way to be able to keep everything neat and tidy when it comes to the threads that you are using, the beading material, the threading material that you're using. So these are the 5 centimetre diameter ones. You're getting 8 in the pack. Now, I'm assuming that these are a little bit essential if you are very heavily into your Macrame and your Kumihimo.
I wouldn't say that they were absolutely God-given.
Okay.
But if you don't have them, you will get into a mess.
Okay.
So if you can imagine that you've got your disc, okay, and every time you turn it, you've got your cords suspended from the bottom. And every time you twist, you're twisting all of the threads underneath as well.
Okay.
And you only need to do maybe 3 or 4 rotations of your disc, and you've got spaghetti in a mess underneath. Now, just simplicity having to be able to have your all bobbined up. So that's so that's all that's going to be hanging.
Yeah.
And it makes a really nice sound. It sounds like rain on a car bonnet. It's a really nice little noise as well. But just ease of use. And as I said, before I had the bobbins, it was quite frustrating. The air was blue. Let's just say that. Because it is. Because imagine 8 threads all knotted up and tangling. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
I have to say, I haven't seen them. We've had the larger sizes on the Late Show, but we haven't had the smaller ones. They're $1.95 for the pack of 8. How many of these have we got in, Helena? Okay, there's 247 packs of 8 bobbins in the warehouse at the moment. Now, bearing in mind, so I've been back with you for, oh my gosh, it is just over 16 months in total now. Good gracious me, what's that about? That's gone quickly. Back with you for about 16 months. And I can count on one hand the amount of times that I've seen the large size bobbins, let alone the smaller size, on their own and available for you like this. Go for it. Go for it. $1.95 for the pack of 8. And a great way of keeping a little bit of order whilst you are working on your creations when it comes to your Kumihimo. Please do make sure you're checking out and feel free to multi-buy on these. Definitely do that. Because I don't know the next time when we will be able to see these just on their own like this. I think... sorry. No, not at all,
Another
Mark.
brilliant use for these bobbins is for using them to pop your telephone headphones to wrap up.
Oh my goodness.
If you buy any sterling silver lengths of chain, a metre or 2 metre or 3 metres,
such a good
pop it onto the bobbins with a little tag.
That's such a great idea.
I've completely forgotten the tag.
What now?
To stop your silver from... anti-tarnish
tag. The anti-tarnish,
So pop a little anti-tarnish tag in, pop it shut, and that keeps it nice and safe and clean.
That's such a great tip.
Lots of uses.
Do you know what? My son most definitely needs. Oh, the amount that have gone into the tumble dryer and the wash, and in a great big tangled mess when he comes out. It's like, I'm going to go use my pocket money to buy another set. They are brill. Brill. We've got the large size. Oh, they're like spaceships.
Brilliant, aren't they?
So that's the pack of 8. Make sure, so many of you there, and loads of you multi-buying. Lovely stuff. Okay, so, now I'm not, all right, and I know I'm so childish, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So childish. I know. Mark, Mark's looking at me, he's like, Mark's just like, look, I don't, I'm working with a child is what Mark's thinking right now.
I use these for gardening.
I just can't. Honestly,
I use them for gardening.
Do you use them for gardening? Do you know what? Let's go down this route. Let's go down the gardening route. Talk to me about that.
You buy from garden centres big balls of garden twine.
I'm so sorry.
Big balls of garden twine, okay? And if you take one of those big bobbins, you pierce a hole down through the curved side, poke up the string, and then roll it around your bobbin, and then you pull out the string as and when you need it off your bobbin. It holds a lot.
I can only apologise. I'm such a child. I'm so childish. I laugh at things like, but you do that though. do. I do. Honestly, I'm so sorry. Mark, I apologise. Right, 2 seconds. So that was a really good tip again from Mark about twine for gardens. And I think that is brilliant. Full of fantastic tips. Now, I am going to say, how much of the Eslon or your cord, because these are huge, so what sort of creation would you be making with something as large as this?
If you were using t-shirt yarn, if you were using the Kumihimo with t-shirt yarn, or zari thread, zari rope, anything like that.
So something a little bit more substantial. Yeah, absolutely. A bit more substantial than the Eslon.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Now, lots of you asking, do we have the Kumihimo boards on tonight? Yes. We do. And can I just say, well done to everybody who's multi-buying. $4.95 for the... And I've only shown you 2. You are getting 4 of them, by the way, okay, of those large ones. You are getting 4 of them. So $4.95 for the 4. Please make sure you're checking out. We are matching the lowest ever price for you tonight as well. Matching that lowest ever price. Make sure that you're checking out. Hi to Julie, to Jane. And literally everybody multi-buying on these, which is brilliant. Now, Kumihimo disc-wise for you tonight, we've got the large, we've got the small, and the square as well. So I will be asking Mark to explain why we would need a round and a square Kumihimo disc when we come to bringing those to you as well, because obviously he's the expert in the room for these. It's $4.95, but it's not $4.95. Can I just say, Jenny, Julie, Jane, all multi-buying, Shirley, Darren, Barbara, Hannah-Reen, Maggie, Violet, collected in Merseyside. We have tried to reduce that price 3 times now. $1.95, it's done it, well done. Under £2 for those. So for those of you who've just multi-bought at $4.95, how brilliant was that? And now, even better, $1.95. Hope that puts a huge smile on your face this evening. Please do make sure that you are checking out on those. Okay, so a pack of 4 of the large, pack of 8 of the smaller size. Now then, oh, I'm getting all clogged up here on the desk. Let's just pop these over here. Thanks, Mike, my lovely. Yes, of course we can. Okay, so thank you, my lovely. Thanks, hon. So we've got, these are really pretty. I haven't got anything else left now. It's just back, because I... have a look at this. So we've got 70 carats of rose quartz leaves. They are centre drilled. The colour is so beautiful. Sometimes rose quartz can be very, very subtle, like a really subtle baby pink tone. Very, very, so almost as if the aluminium and the titanium that has coloured it is just literally brushed past it. This has got a great saturation, proper candy floss pinks. Really lovely. 0800 644 655. These are 12 by 8 millimeters. They are hand carved and double-sided leaves as well on a 38 centimetre strand. Really, really lovely, lovely hand carved gemstones for you, all threaded onto that strand. Now, I know that sometimes the strand that you've got there, you can see how substantial it is. It's a really lovely thick strand that's going through all of these lovely leaves. But I will say, it's not the colour of that cord that's giving that beautiful pink colour to this strand. It's the rose quartz is truly that beautifully pink. Really is. 0800 644 655. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Talking to the call centre and of course checking out online via the app. $6.95 on your screen. Genuine quartz, genuine baby pinks, genuinely rose quartz as well. So please do make sure that you're checking out on those. Very, very elegant colour. Quite a sort of demure tone. However, beautifully saturated for rose quartz. There's nothing subtle about that candy floss pink. It's a proper candy floss pink, isn't it? Make sure that you are checking out. Again, if you've got any questions for Mark tonight with regard to Kumihimo or, of course, Macrame or anything to do with the kits at all, or if you've got something, you know, to do with Kumihimo or Macrame that you really have struggled with and you would like to just get a little bit of clarity on it, Mark's your man, so please do message in. And it's from Jodie who says, "Hi Ray, Mark and the crew, looking forward to a wonderful show." So are we, Jodie. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Now, Kerry just went, "Oh, Ray's finally back here at work." This is like 3 days in a row now. When has that happened in the last month? I know. Shush you. It's like buses, never there and then all at once. Do you know what I mean? She's like, please do make sure that you're checking out. I worked with the opposite team. Kerry, nobody can replace you, my lovely, all right? Don't you worry about it. Make sure you're checking out and confirming on those. Hi, Bev. Hello, Wendy. Collected in London, Renfrewshire, Worcestershire. Anonymous collectors, well done indeed to you. Those of you up in the Midlands, oh, well, literally across the way in the Midlands. Hold those lines. Well done. Say that again for me, please, Helen, lovely. Ah, yes. Got it. This is really lovely. Let me just get this to sit. Look at that. That's literally... Oh, 2 seconds. There's a little bit of tag left on that. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Okay. This is so sparkly. It's beautiful. How elegant is this? Really, really beautiful. Love the fact that you've got this extender chain. Look how substantial that is. 16-inch necklace minimum. 2-inch extender. Every millimetre is solid sterling silver with 18 karat gold. Now, this is the one, if you really love your yellow gold jewellery, and again, getting those two precious, beautiful metals together, it's at such an affordable price. That is, I mean, you can wear that on its own, beautifully elegant. You can see the twist in the links, just catching the light. At $9.95. Now, that's got a substantial extender chain as well. Just holding that there for you so you get a chance to see that. Very, very elegant. At $9.95, you are getting a very classy chain, really classy chain. Now again, I just want to bring in, I know that you're kind of sort of working out how you're going to work this, but let's just say what Mark was saying earlier about combining the golds and that turquoise. It's a bit of a no-brainer. There is such luxurious colours when those two are combined, isn't there? Really, really lovely. So the chain that you've got here can be worn quite tight on the neckline. Of course, it can be worn at a maximum of 18 inches in length. You've got 1.91 grams of solid sterling silver. Then you've got the 18 karat gold on top of every single millimetre of it. A really decent size bolt ring clasp, if I just drop that in as well. And an amazing price point. So please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Please make sure you are. That is gorgeous. Really, really lovely. Helena Hun, you know, here on the desk, I have got 2 pieces of jewellery that contain the turquoise. Where's that come from? Is it? You haven't made these, Mark, have you? I haven't seen them until literally they're on our screen. I'm like, okay, that works. So just ideas that you could put together with the turquoise. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. You know, when you're looking, you're thinking, well, we're not bringing those for sale tonight. So what? Who? As if by magic, the Pixies have made them. I love it. Very, very nice. Make sure that you're checking out because that's coming up for us at 8 o'clock tonight. Okay, which one would you like? And a bright yellow? Yes. Yeah? Okay. If I can get a description, that would be marvellous. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. I think that's the only one with the... Okay. Mark. Tiller bead bundle. Now, we've got a half tiller in here, in a dark bronze. We've got the full tiller in the opaque white and in the opaque yellow. That yellow is literally day glow, isn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Crikey! Plus then we've got the half tiller in the metallic bronze. Now, I'm not going to lie, those 2 bronze tones are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let me put those together so that you're getting just a chance to see those. Not that I don't think that those bright yellows and whites, for me, they would be a stash. I would want to be working with these together. Can you imagine that opulence of working with those 2 tones of bronze together? They're lovely, aren't they? Really, really nice. Can we make something out of pure half tillers?
Yes, oh, lots of things.
Lots of things. Okay.
I mean, we've recently had a relaunch of the tiller DVD.
Okay.
Which I think we might have a couple left on the website.
Okay, marvellous.
I think we've got that in.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do with halves and full. And I think we've just scraped the surface. I think looking at this bundle, there's the 2 bronze colours, again, something for the gents, which is really nice.
Definitely.
Really nice.
It almost reminds me, in my mind, I picture almost watch strap.
Yes,
effect
you do it. You know the famous watch?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah, that's the sort of look you get.
That's what I was thinking, with those colours, kind of that fluidity as well, gorgeous
it's
with
like
it.
brickwork. It's beautiful. It's lovely.
Definitely. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that the bright yellow and the white are bright and beautiful, but I do think that those gorgeous bronzes, they need to be worked together to get that. That would create something very, very, almost, it's looking at something high end with that. Now we've got 4 packs of tillers, $16.95. 2 half packs, or I shouldn't say half packs, half tillers, and then of course those brights. Now, when we bring you bundles like this, you know how quickly they fly out of the door. So please make sure you check it out. We've now got less than 40 bundles left. 0800 644 655. That's almost, that's like a daffodil yellow, isn't it? It's so bright. It's beautiful. I love that. Huge impact colour. Really, really lovely. You know, if you've got a tiller stash at home, working with those, that with a blue would be gorgeous as well, wouldn't it? That real real contrast.
Well, that for me, it's just a stash builder, isn't it? Because you've got the 2 halves, the bronzes, and then you've got the white, which will go with everything.
Yes.
Then you've got the yellow for the real punch of summer. It's lovely.
It is indeed. It's a punch of colour for any time of the year. It's amazing. $16.95. Those of you who love your tillers and love it when we do bundle deals like this for you, please make sure you're checking out. Less than 30 available chances. There's lots of you there waiting to check out. Press your button ones as soon as you can. Hold those lines. Like they're in the baskets, but you've not yet checked out. If you all check out, those bundles sell out. Please make sure you are checking out on those, okay? Really important. Well done, well done. Okay. Ooh, which is that? Oh, they are lovely as well. Really lovely. So, these are, if I just hold, oh, hang on, tag's still attached to that one. If I just hold these, have a look at these. So you have, now these are brand new. So you've got rose gold, silver plated brass, double connected. They are, I have to say, that is very Gucci, very, very Gucci. Those interlocking circles, Chanel and Gucci, are kind of like the kings and the queens of it, aren't they? They really are. Lovely rose gold colour. Now, you're getting, if I just show you, you're getting 3 in the pack. So you could just connect all of these together, have a beautiful bracelet with maybe some chain stash that you've got from one of your findings kits at home. Really, really simple and really, really easy. But that's, as you know, when I'm looking at something like that, I'm literally going for the sort of the quickest make option. But that's why we've got fantastic guest designers like Mark who will see this and think of something totally different to do. I'm thinking even just the lark's heads on that, as if that sits just on the wrist like that.
Just attaching a jump ring and chain for a necklace, because I just like the way it's going to sit nice and flat. But looking at that, the first thing that popped into my head, I wouldn't be able to do it, but some of our amazing wire workers, is turn those rings into a male and female symbol.
Oh,
with
yeah.
With the cross and the arrow.
That's a really good idea.
I think that would be amazing.
Yeah,
really
it would.
A bit of avant-garde piece of jewellery.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That would be a great idea. Definitely. And see, this is why we've got the experts with us. Absolutely. $5.95 on your screen. Brand new in stock for you. Not been on screen before. 3 of them in the pack. So you are getting the 3. Great earrings as well, I have to say, with maybe a little gemstone or something just dropping off. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming. 0800 644 655. This is from Victoria. Have had a foot operation and I'm stuck in bed. I'm fed up. But JewelleryMaker is cheering me up no end, especially Mark. Please rest up. We don't go hobbling anywhere. Hopefully you've got somebody who's waiting on your hand and foot there.
Do you know what I did yesterday? First time it happened of the year. It happens every time. We've got a greenhouse. The doorway isn't tall enough. Metal frame scraped the top of my head. It's not pleasant. I do it all the time. You'd have thought I'd learnt by now. But
you might need to have a hat when you're going, oh gosh, oh, ow, ow, ow.
There is a big lump on the top of my head at the moment.
Bless you.
See, I wouldn't have that problem really, would I?
You wouldn't have that problem, no. So yeah, I feel your pain.
Evening, Ray, Mark and the crew. I made my first half tenner bracelet from Mark's DVD. Mark, you're such a great tutor. Thank you. Fab feedback.
Thank you, Linda.
Lovely. Linda, please pop it on the Facebook page so that we can see it. Please, please, please. Yes. That would be fab. We would love to see that. What sort of colours did you go for? Gorgeous. Fab stuff. Hold those lines. Hold those lines. Yep, we can indeed. Oh, a little bit of fire line. Now, this is your black fire line holding 8 pounds in weight, 45 metres. So obviously, with seed beading, Mark, they can get, well, the more elaborate you get, the more weighty they get, don't they?
Well, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, this is, I always think, why are they so heavy in weight carrying these threads? I mean, 8 pounds, that's
it's a lot,
3.5 bags of sugar. You just think the weight of 3.5 bags of sugar, that's pretty amazing.
Oh, it says it's microfused, so we can only imagine that that's because of the microfusing, possibly.
Well, the worst thing that can happen when you're seed beading is you pierce the thread with your needle.
Oh, as in through that bonded thread.
I've done it twice on the air. And it is the most annoying thing to happen. So anything that's microfused, they've got an exterior coating to stop you from.
I've just seen that here, so I know exactly. If I just pick up that with the tweezers, I don't really want to. Oh, come on now! There we go. There we go. So if I just show you there. So you've got the end of the thread there, but that's all coated. So you're saying if you pop the needle through that end there, and it.
Yeah. You'll never get it out again. You have to cut the thread and redo your needle and start again.
Okay. But as in, you can tie in though, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes. I was panicking then, thinking, oh my gosh, that would be really annoying if you were like halfway through a beautiful project and had to undo all of that. $7.95 on your screen for your fire line. It's in the smoke grey. Is the colour.
That'll be perfect for the seed bead kit we've got coming up at 9 o'clock.
Definitely.
Yes,
without a doubt. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming $7.95 on your screen. Talk to the call centre about that. While you're checking out on that, the very last stock on that one, by the way. Let me bring in... Oh, good catch, knees. Good catch. Let's bring you your crosshatch. Now... There is something special about this, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I know Mark will remind me. I know he will. So this is a crosshatch clasp that we've got. And you can just see down the edges here. Now, I've got to just try and remember. No, it's gone from my brain. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. You have if you're doing a bead loom piece of seed beading or brick stitch or square stitch, so you have a solid row of seed beads along the end. You slide those beads into that little cross section, and then the little doors at the end you close up to stop it from falling out.
I've never seen it used.
Ah, okay.
Never seen it used. It's substantial though, isn't it? Yeah. So it's literally, so when it comes apart, it's like this.
Yes.
And slide that together. I imagine that is quite a secure clasp as well. Very nice, actually. Really,
which size beads is this for? Does it say on the...
Goodness me.
Looks like 11 O's.
Hang on a minute. Does it say on the... Let me have a look. It doesn't say.
Looks like 11.0.
No, it definitely doesn't say on my on the little card on there. It just says it is a collection of an elite jewellery component.
Wow.
It's a really beautifully made one, I have to say. Really beautifully made. Should be $14.95 on your screen. I'd like to see that used actually in a really beautiful piece, because I think that takes it to quite a sort of high-end finish, isn't it? $14.95 to $9.95.
I think this is the only rhodium that we've ever done, I think.
I've seen it in the yellow gold colour.
Yeah. Can I have half of it just to check the bead size?
Of course you can, please do. Yeah. Have that one, my lovely.
Let's have a quick look.
Oh,
no,
it's got long arms. I just literally need to reach 8.0.
Yeah.
Smashing.
Brilliant.
Thank you, lovely. So that's an 8 to fit the beads for an 8.0. It's a really substantial. I've got to say, it's a lovely substantial clasp. It really is
brilliant because you can make pieces really quickly with an 8.0.
Of course, because it builds quickly.
There's less of them.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really lovely clasp, definitely. $9.95 on your screen. Make sure you're checking out. Loads of you loving that last of stock price, which is great to see. Hold those lines. Pop that back in its packaging. Okie dokie, we can indeed. Put that back. Can you remind me which box that was? That 14 it was, wasn't it? That went, and then that's my favourites. Love these. Absolutely adore these. 17 chances left, and that is your lot. So this is the rose gold overlay solid sterling silver charm to the moon and back. It is gorgeous. So you've got your crescent moon, and then you've got your star. It says, love you to the moon and back on the star. Beautiful components for a piece of jewellery. I own these. I have these. Yes. 0800 644 655. They found their way home to Cardiff with me. Yeah, these things happen. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming on these. The last 17. Now, the solid stunning silver crescent moon is 22 by 15 millimeters, and then that beautiful star that you've got there is just over 1.5 centimeters with the connector. They are solid stunning silver. They are the gorgeous 18 karat rose gold at $11.95. Lovely. Gram weight of silver is over 2 grams. So please do make sure you're checking out on that price point. If you're thinking about the sort of jewellers that charge these sort of price, you're thinking about who it is would wear, just look on Instagram and look at the celebs that wear that kind of beautiful multiple pendant cascading on a long chain, and the sort of 3, 4, 5 figure price points that they'd be looking at for certain jewellers. You've got them here, and I think to offer these on your stall to, especially, and I will say, to mums and grandmothers, without a doubt, my mum, myself and my son, that's our little saying, and I'm sure that many of you do exactly the same. $11.95. Make sure that you're checking out. They are the last 17. Angela's bought 3 of those. Angela, fabulous stuff, my lovely. Really love that. And of course, in keeping with our theme for today as well, with Out of This World, with your moons and your stars, lovely stuff. Hold those lines. Which one, my lovely? Yes, of course. Oh, hang on. Yeah, this is lovely as well. This is very weighty, really weighty. So you can see it says love you more in your script. And again, remember when we launched these, we were talking, weren't we? If Claire was to take solid sterling silver of this, again, in this diameter for this gauge, and then wire with that, can you imagine? The gram weight here is 7 grams of silver. And that is definitely thicker than a 1 mil gauge, definitely. Could pop your chain through there, little jump ring, and literally that just, I love the fact that that creates almost like a heart shape as well. Lots of stock on these.
Gosh.
$14.95 for 7 grams of solid stunning silver. It's nice, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Listen, while you're checking it out on these, please just take advantage of finding out what is coming up for you in the next hour. So I will be moving from here to go and sit with Mark for the next 3 hours. We've got so much to bring you. Kumihimo demo coming up for you. We've got the Turquoise nuggets, 333 strands coming up for you in just over an hour's time. All of Mark's expertise as he takes us through the demos and the kits that we've got for you, and so much more. So don't go anywhere or you're going to miss us, and quite frankly, we're out of this world.
Are you interested in making a start down the jewellery making route? Then why not join Claire MacDonald for her Introduction to Jewellery Making workshop? You will learn all of the essential techniques with different shapes of genuine gemstones and try a range of jewellery making mediums. Included as part of the course is a buffet-style lunch, tour of the studio and a chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All for just $59.95. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Saturday the 31st of March for our Easter shopping bargain bonanza. Tickets are £9.95 and you'll be privy to exclusive offers, discounted deals and exciting products. Oh, and don't forget the tea and cake. To get your tickets, contact the call centre or head over to www.jewellerymaker.com.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Welcome back, lovely to have your company. Huge 3 hours with Mark coming up for you and myself here at JM. Looking forward to it. Just want to remind you, you now have 60-minute countdown until you can get your hands on the brand new turquoise. So it's brand new back in stock, 333 strands. Plus, after we've brought this to you, we've got Mark's Chips and Nuggets DVD coming your way straight after, backed by huge popular demand, so that we can give you that little bit of inspiration on how you can work with your turquoise. I imagine that on memory wire, coiling up the, oh my
Imagine.
gosh. Yes,
Yes,
please. That's going to look gorgeous. Looking forward to that. That is coming up for us in 60 minutes time. Please, please. I know that you want to open it for pre-order. We're going to keep it for 8 o'clock so that everybody gets a fair deal. It's only fair. Hi, Mark.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you, love? You good?
I'm good, yeah, I'm really good.
Good.
Yes, yes, really good.
We've got a lot going on, haven't we?
We've got quite a few little bits to make one kit, which is really nice, actually.
But it's gone
lovely.
so far.
Yes, and I think that obviously being a sci-fi show, it was all my kit was all about stars. So not only have we got shaped stars and gemstones, we've got stardust beads as well in many forms. And
I've not seen them in the brass space before. They are a gorgeous sparkle on them, haven't they?
Shall I pass this across?
Yeah, please do. That'd be smashing. Thank you, my lovely. So. Let me talk you through what you are getting, and also let's have a look at Mark's jewellery as well, because there's a lot. Now, it's that end we're starting with the pyrite and the lapis lazuli. Love it, absolutely love that.
It's quite boho in a science fiction way, isn't it?
But it reminds me of something that you could wear to, to festivals.
Yes, yeah,
Coachella,
yes.
Your Glastonbury's, your really lovely jewellery, but it has that beautiful quality to it, and it's real. That's what I love about it.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, over the weekend we've seen a lot, hot fixing-tastic. I've just been around my house literally when I've been home for about 4 hours over the last 3 days and just looked at everything I could hot fix. God, that cushion's getting hot fixed, that cushion's getting hot fixed, that's getting hot fixed, those shoes are getting hot fixed. Oh, there's so many things that are getting hot fixed. Very excited about that. But it's lovely to come back to our gemstones. So, which section would you like to look at first, my lovely? Do you want to have a look at the Kumihimo start? Yeah, of course we can. Okay, so, as in the Eslon. Yeah, okay, my lovely, smash it. So, I love this navy. This is really lovely.
Yes. I'm so pleased I got this knife, because I do love Eslon, but for a quick fix, for using the 0.9 for Macrame and Kumihimo, it's so convenient. It really is, and you get beautiful results very quickly.
Oh, because of the bigger gauge.
Yes,
of course,
that's right.
of course. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful colours. Let me take you through them. For me, the navy colour is such a midnight tone. It's beautiful. So this is we've got your black Eslon in the 0.9, the navy in the 0.9, and the argentum in the 0.9 as well, which is that lovely sort of silvery grey tone as well. Then with your Eslon, you actually get the solid sterling silver components, which lend it such an expensive look that you've got going through here. So I'm just going to tip these out. Grab the tweezers. These are lovely. How pretty are these, Mark? They're gorgeous.
I think they're one of the cutest things I've seen.
Aren't they just?
Yeah.
So a little bit like what we had with the butterflies in the cubic zirconia earlier. We've now got the stars with the cubic zirconia. Can you imagine? You were saying earlier about the flowers and hearts and stars on your stall. These would just be a bestseller, wouldn't they?
And what I love particularly about this is if you can see the framework underneath the star, the holes are large enough to get these cords through.
Let me just spin it round to the side.
Possibilities are amazing. Or even just simple lark's heads.
Definitely.
On either side to start off. It's amazing. Oh, look at that.
I love that idea. With the navy on a lark's head, you might have a job tonight now, Mark, before I go home.
But I used in the bracelet I made, I used all three.
I love that though.
On this.
It's lovely. Really nice. Have a look at the bracelet that Mark's put together.
No, I've used the navy on this, but there's nothing stopping using any of those colours.
No, they're lovely. Yeah.
So I've used all three, so a bit decadent, but you could just use one if you wanted to. And then round the back, I've plaited the thread, so it's a friendship bracelet, so you tie it on and then you keep it on.
Lovely.
Okay, so you don't need a clasp.
Lovely. It's not supposed to come off.
And then I've just finished the ends with a couple of the silver spacers.
Really lovely. Now, I'm just going to pour out also, you've got your solid sterling silver spacer rondelles. These are such a joy to look at because the sparkle is beautiful. Look at that.
They're amazing.
Really lovely. Look at the size of the diameter as well.
These are probably the
Oh my goodness,
sparkliest.
look at that! Oh my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really lovely. So 3 reels of your Eslon, they are all 32 metres in length. Then you've got your stars, of course. You've also got your Stardust spaces. $29.95 on your screen for that entire half of the kit. I would imagine though, and with all you know, you could walk into, well, there's a story. There is a story. When we start the story, it kind of, this is the thing, you see. So, for my 40th, I had a very, very, very expensive silver bracelet from my parents. Very expensive. Silver bracelet. It's 3 grams of silver. And it was 3 figures. It's beautiful and I love it. But because I'm in the jewellery world, you know, and you kind of go, wow! Wow! So I'm just thinking, these, with the cubic zirconia on one of these, you could make your money back easily with the price on the
easily.
screen.
No, easily. No,
Easily.
And I think these Stardust beads as well, they're the sparkliest, is that a word?
That's the word we're going to go with. We had yesterday, it was smoothescence.
Smoothescence, I like that word actually.
Smoothescence is what we had yesterday. So they are the most sparkly, aren't they? They are beautiful.
I like the donut shape.
Absolutely. They lend themselves almost as stoppers, don't they?
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
really lovely, not just as spacer beads. Listen, $29.95 on your screen. Please make sure that you are checking that out as quickly as you can. Now, obviously, there is a second part to this kit. Let me bring it round for you and show you that we've got a massive amount of pyrite, and they are substantial in their depth. They're very, very lovely, I have to say. Look at these. Look at the depth. It's a lovely look. So we've got the pyrite strand, 38 centimetres. I mean, it's jam-packed, isn't it, the way that it's been strung as well?
And again, you can use them individually.
Gigantic carat rate, 290 carats. And they're all 14 millimetres each. Then you've got 64 carats of the two-tone green and blue lapis lazuli that looks like little mini planet Earths from a distance. And then, of course, you've got your lapis lazuli stars, 90 carats on a 15 centimetre strand. Then let me just take you through the spacer beads that you're getting with the kit as well. So these, so we've got these wonderful donut shapes. They literally look as if they are encrusted with sparkle. But then we've got as well these little saucers. So let me just show you the 2 different shapes that you're getting. So here are, so you've got a little bit of depth, and then you've got the little saucer shapes here. So you've got the Stardust saucers, which are 5 by 2.5 millimetres, and then you've got the rondelle beads, which are 5 by 3 millimetres. And they have got, there's so much. You've got 2 packs of the 50 rondelles, I do believe. Yeah, 2 packs of the 50 rondelles, and there's 150 spaces in this kit. It's a huge amount, isn't it?
Well, I
love how you've done that, though.
I was able to use this Kumihimo piece here with the 2 packs, so you can make a whole necklace using those.
It's
this
lovely.
Is beautiful. It works so well, that shape.
Doesn't it just?
Against the Eslon colours. It's lovely.
Really lovely. Question, could you blend the Eslon colours into one piece as well? So
well, I have on, this is the blue and the black. And it's very, very subtle, very subtle, but I've used the blue and the black. But all of those 3 colours work. I mean, this would work equally as well with the grey as well, with the silver grey.
The 3 colours of the Eslon are beautiful in that first part of the kit. Really lovely. $24.95 on your screen. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. So that's for the lapis lazuli, that's for the pyrite, that's for the beautiful 2-tone rounds of the lapis lazuli, and for 150 spacer beads, $24.95. That's lovely. Really lovely. Like that a lot. So make sure that you're checking that out. Also, you'll notice there is a Swarovski star in the AB, in the Aurora Borealis. And of course, without a doubt, if you saw the kaput last night, which practically sold out, you are going to love this.
I love the story you told about the kaput last
It's
night.
amazing,
I hadn't
though,
heard
isn't
it in
it?
its full story before. It's ingenious.
It is phenomenal, though, isn't it? What a collaboration, eh? What a collaboration. It is fabulous. Do make sure you're checking out and confirming. Please do. This is the Aurora Borealis crystal. It's huge as well. It's a 40mm, very substantial piece.
Beautiful. And again, depending on what you have behind it,
Definitely.
it changes the colour completely.
It does indeed, doesn't it?
The beadwork above it, using the spacers, I've got 4 strands of the 0.9 going through each of those spacer beads. So you've got 3.6 millimetres.
God, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's really substantial. And you can see straight away that there's a really decent sized drill hole at the top of the star as well.
That's beautiful.
Now, it's never been on its own before. It's always been in a kit. Now, I have to say, even if you weren't wearing this as a piece of jewellery, having this hanging by a window in your home would be amazing. All the prisms and the beautiful rainbows it would shoot across your room. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Really, really lovely. Got a lovely depth to it as well. Let me just show you down the side so you can see. Lovely symmetry. See, those points are directly in place. Precision cutting from Swarovski, as you would expect, unless you're getting a kaput. 0800 644 655 995.
Wow.
It's lovely. I'd almost want that as like a really sort of high-end Christmas decoration.
Oh, yes, yes.
Really nice.
They bring out a range of snowflakes for your tree at Christmas.
Yeah, I bought angel wings when I was in New York.
Right.
Swarovski angel wings for the Christmas tree. I never put them away. They hang in the lounge window so that there are rainbows. Cascade.
Yes.
I love them. But that was pretty expensive, not gonna lie.
I was sent a link recently by one of our viewers for it's a limited edition, only 300 have been made. It's 4.5 inches tall and it's a stormtrooper helmet encrusted with Swarovski, £4,500.
Well, I tell you what, you go and buy a plastic one from a shop and then go and hot fix it. That's a challenge right there. Hot fix challenge. Somebody needs to make Mark a very blingy, fabulous.
It's incredible. I would love to own it.
Stormtrooper.
Yes.
4,500.
5 inches tall.
Good gracious me.
It is
Listen,
stunning.
all of that, well done. So many of you there who are buying this as well. Add this to your order. Congratulations to you. Well done. Let's get started. Mark, over to you, my lovely. I know that we've got lots of Kumihimo extras to come.
Okay.
But take
What would you like me to do first, Kumihimo or Macrame? You choose.
Oh, Kumihimo,
Okay.
please, my lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
So this is, I've bought it from home. I've got it hiding under here. This is I've got my toolbox and I've also got my Kumihimo box, which doesn't see the light of day very often.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's so lovely to have.
Yeah. So this is my toolbox. For somebody so organised and disciplined, my toolboxes are horrendous. I just chuck everything in. I think it's because I can close the lid and you can't see it. You see.
And it's not see-through. It's not a plastic see-through box.
So these are my 3 discs I have. So I have one for wire, I have one for beading threads, like the Kumihimo boards,
and
then one for your beading threads.
Yep.
So and then countless amounts of bobbins that I've got
indeed,
threaded up. And then I've got Kumihimo findings packs.
Yeah, we've got some of them
weights,
coming up a little later for you, those for everybody who's waiting
little
for them.
sample pieces. These are probably my first pieces I made. Findings. I've got glue. I've got everything you could possibly need for Kumihimoing. More Kumihimo findings packs, all sorts of gubbins in here. So this is where it all starts for the whole Kumihimo.
And then, obviously, we'll talk about it because we've got the square Kumihimo disc and the round, but you're going to be working with the round?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I did earlier was these are the colours that we've got in the kit.
Yeah.
So what I've done, I mean, bobbin threading is really simple, especially with this Eslon. So all I've done, is I've taken a cord, I've taken it round the inside of the barrel, and then all I've done is I've tied a double knot, snipped off the end. The little tip, when you do have a long end, if you cut it, leaving about 2/3 of a centimetre, otherwise it will get entrapped with all the threads and you'll get tangles. And then you don't have to do it this way, but I've always, since I've been having the bobbins, I hold the curved side, so it's easier to hold onto. And then all you're going to do is just going to wrap it round. Yeah, make sure that you go from left to right, right to left, left to right, as you would a hose pipe.
Okay, so for this particular thread that you're going to the Kumihimo technique that you're going to show us, on average, lengthwise, for example, for a 7.5-inch bracelet, how much of that thread are you putting on the
fingertip?
Okay, so about just over 6 foot.
Whatever size bracelet or necklace I'm doing, I always do fingertip to fingertip, which is 6'2".
Okay.
Going to be precise.
Okay.
And that will do at least 3 bracelets for Kumihimo. Because bear in mind you've got 8 pieces that you need to thread up as well. And then obviously if you're using beading thread, you need to thread a lot more. What I used to do, if I'm doing Chipahimo, for example, you know that when you buy a reel of thread, you get 50 metres on. So you divide that by 8, and then you thread the whole reel onto your bobbins, and then you just use it as and when you need.
So
keep them, that's why you need, really recommend buying multiple packs of bobbins.
You get 8 in a pack. You were multi-buying. Please hop onto the website and see if there are any left. If you want to get those small 8-pack of bobbins, which were what, $1.95, Helena, weren't they?
Yeah, incredible.
Bargain!
Price.
Add those to your order.
And then you thread them up. And just bring them out as and when you need them for your project. So it's always, rather than having to, it's really frustrating when you get enthusiastic to start a project and then you have to thread all your bobbins. And
good point.
So I've threaded up 4 with the blue and 4 with the black. Okay, there's not very much difference in the colour at all, but just slightly. So what we're going to do, once we've threaded them all up, is we're going to gather them all together. So bring them all up together. Okay, so just gather all 8 up, and you probably need about a foot, about 8 inches to a foot of cords. Just make sure they're all at the same length to start with. Now I've done lots and lots of 8 warps. I do the odd 12, but I've stopped at the 12. But because if you look at the disc here, there are 32 slots, so you can make beautifully intricate patterns and lots of swapping cords.
So you could have up to 32 cords. Crikey.
So once you've bobbined up with 32.
Good gracious me. Good
but
luck with that.
12 is the most I've ever used.
Okay.
So all I've done is I've taken them all up together. Into a little knot. And then this is a 50-gram weight. I've got a 50-gram and a 100-gram weight in my toolbox. So again, depending on the cords you're going to use. If you were using 32, you'd need a considerable amount of weight to pull down.
To weight it down.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little crocodile clip, and we're going to pop it on the knot like so, and then from the front down. So we place the weight down through the large hole. Now, as you can see on here, we've got 4 compass points, north, east, south and west. And what we need to do, when I was at home, I had 2 black at north, 2 black at south, and then the blue east and west. But I'm just going to thread them on. So all we're going to do is keeping the weight in the centre. We're going to take a cord to the left and the right of 32. And then we're just going to take them across. If you can, at this point, just make sure that they're not all, all messy in the middle. So just going to bring that across, and I'm going to fill in all the 4 compass points. You've got the large on?
I have got the large.
Oh my word.
So we've actually got...
Fantastic.
Now, I have to say, we've only really been able to do the small Kumihimo disc for you for months. We've got the large Kumihimo disc in, which is basically the same diameter as the one that Mark is using at the minute, just with our own JewelleryMaker branding on there. So... you can see it's the same size. You've got your north, your south, your east and your west. You've got your numbers, of course, all the way up to your 32, which is what Mark was just talking about. $1.95 for the large Kumihimo disc.
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
And kids love Kumihimoing as well because it's so easy to set up and it's very repetitive, and you get friendship bracelets and cords and all sorts of things. And it's so easy to pick up, really quick to pick up. Your basic 8 warp, which is what we're doing this evening. And one nice thread, that's brilliant.
Well, I am watching. Really, I'm loving the fact that, I really love the fact that we're going back to basics and you're setting it all up for us as well. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Very addictive. It's very addictive.
Fabulous stuff. Make sure you're checking out on that graphics on your screen.
Okay, so this is the basic 8 warp, and lots of people start different ways. I've always, since I've been doing Kumihimo, I've always started the same way. So all we're going to do, we've got 2 cords at each of the 4 compass points. If we bring a cord across to make 3, it leaves 1 in its space, and we can never have odds. They all have to have 2. There always has to be a couple. So whichever one we move, we have to replace it. So we're going to start at the bottom at south. We're going to pick up the left of south, and we're going to take it across up to the left of the 2 cords that we've already got up there. So as you can see, we've got 3 and 1 at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've taken this one across. So we go across to the right of 32, and we bring it down to the right. So we're staying, so left to left, right to right. We're never going to swap the sides. So that's the first move done. After every move, we're going to turn the board 90 degrees.
Okay, so you're going anti-clockwise.
Yeah, I've always, whatever jewellery making I'm doing, I've always gone anti-clockwise.
Okay,
It's
cool, that's fine. Yep.
Bizarre. So exactly the same. So left, so bottom left, across to top left, top right to bottom right. Turn 90 degrees. It's really important that you go always in the same direction.
Yes.
If you start going in reverse, you unwind what you've made.
Oh, okay. So, and then that actually does.
Yeah,
Okay.
it unwinds. So
just to let you know, the large Kumihimo disc is almost sold out. We've got about 5 left. So we're just going to bring the graphics on screen for the smaller one. Very quickly, Mark, before you continue. The smaller one, what's the difference?
It's exactly the same. It's got the same diameter hole as the large. It's purely for ease of taking with you in your handbag, popping into your bag travel. It's like a travel, or for children with small hands, or people with smaller hands. It's exactly the same. The same interior hole, the same slots, the same 32 slots.
Fab.
Exactly the same.
Okay, perfect. The mini one on your screen, $195. Okay, so there's
Brilliant.
the graphics. So we've got a little bit more quantity of the mini one. So I think that's a great idea, just for Easter, to get some Eslon. We've got an Eslon bundle coming up later as well, and that for kids over the Easter holidays to get in.
I love it as well.
Better than chocolate.
Yes.
Kids might not think that, but.
Okay, so once you get into that routine, so bottom left, top right. Bottom right, 90 degrees.
Yep, okay.
Bottom left, top left, and that is it.
Okay.
So we're just going to continue, but always remember to go in that same direction. If the telephone rings or somebody knocks at the door and you have to stop, okay, if you just laid your board down now, it's quite difficult to remember where you were. Okay, so if that happens, all you do is you start your next move, you take bottom left across to top left, then you put down your board, you go away, so you come back, and then you know that is the. So you're just going to keep going until you get to your desired length. So I'll just bring the necklace across.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the final cord, and we'll notice it's lovely, and you'll notice Eslon, it's got a certain amount of stretch to it as well. So just bear that in mind when you're making your piece if it's a specific length, because obviously I've put beads on here which weigh it down ever so slightly. But there is you can see, you can probably get an inch and a half in that, okay? And then what you do is once you get to the end, so bear in mind one end will have your knot, okay? So this end here you'll have your second knot, and there are different ways of attaching your cords, but what I do is I use the glue that's super, purely because I haven't got very much patience. Okay.
Okay. So it will dry much quicker.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
So all you do is you glue a tiny little section, then you cut all your ends off, and the glue will impregnate through the braid, so it's not going to unravel. And then all you do then is you pop a little piece of glue into these little bell caps, and then place the end of your cord in. And what I tend to do is if you get a clothes peg, and just attach the clothes peg over the piece that is inserted into the bell cap there, it'll hold nice and tight, and then you pop on
It's a
your
lovely
clasp.
finish, a really lovely finish.
And I said all I've done is I've just added the little spacer beads.
Yeah, they look. I have to say, so that's been incorporated into the Kumihimo braid, though, hasn't it?
All you do,
would you mind just kind of?
No. So you would need to, before you attach all your cords, you need to
load them on.
You need to load them first.
Okay.
You need to load them first. So all you would do is you would get to. So what I did 600 moves before I started adding beads. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then then when you do the other end, you've got exactly the same amount of moves.
Yeah.
So what you would do, you would have your preloaded bobbins. So what you would do is you would pick up bottom left. Okay, so imagine that I've got these loaded up with beads. You'd slide the bead down, and you can see we've got horizontal cord here. So the bead would sit and get caught underneath that horizontal cord. You would continue with your move across, and that bead would be nice and tucked under. You lift up the other side, you slide the bead down, you hook it under the horizontal, you bring the cord across, and then as soon...
Did you use all 100 of the...
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then as soon as you come to your next move, when you bring this across, it's trapped. There's nowhere for that bead to go. So whatever you do, it can't move. It's all in place. But it's an absolute joy. It's lovely. Absolute joy. It's very, very therapeutic. You can do it when you're watching TV. You don't have to look at it to be doing it.
It's the fact that but you were counting 1,
Yes.
2, 3. So you did count to make sure that it was even.
I count in hundreds, and then you just a little piece of paper and just mark the amount of hundreds that you do.
Okay, cool. Just all the hints and tips, all the hints and tips we can need. Thank you, my lovely. Now, please do get any of your questions into Mark. Mark, I've got the 100 weight.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I've got the 50 weight.
Brilliant. That's the one I've been using.
Is the 100 one there? Hang on. Oh, hang on a minute. We have indeed. There we go. So that's the 100 weight. So this is the one you were explaining that if you had multiple, so more than the 8, that more than 12. Could you use the 50 gram on the 12?
I would have thought so, if you wanted to. Because basically, as soon as this starts getting your cord, it's got nowhere to go, you see. So you need to weigh it down so it's pulling nice and tight on your Kumihimo board, you see. So if you've got heavier cords, you'll need something more substantial to weigh it down.
Okay, so this is the 100 gram weight for the Kumihimo board. Please do. We don't have a massive amount of them. We really, really don't. We do not have... We've got the 50 gram weight coming up, which is the one that Mark is using, but we just don't have enough to go around. So please do make sure that you are checking out. It's not often that we get in a Kumihimo sort of themed show, if you like, a sort of medium show with everything that goes with it as well.
That's brilliant.
More often than not, we're out of stock, aren't we? We're like, have a look on the website. One might be in, but so it's such a great show tonight to be able. You might be sat at home going, oh my gosh, I have been waiting for ages for the mini Kumihimo disc, for the large Kumihimo disc. By the way, that is practically sold out, the large Kumihimo disc. We only had 56. There's 3 left. That's it. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. 0800 644 655, number that you need to be dialing and confirming if you want to get hold of the 100 gram. $5.95 for that one. Okay, now obviously, when we bring you the 50, you might as well just get both this evening while we've got them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rather than, oh, well, I'll wait until they come round again.
When you come to do that project and you don't have enough, enough weight.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we used to recommend before we had the weights, which was it was all right at the time, was we used to recommend bead scoops. But
in the organza bags.
Yeah, but it's just judging the weight, and so when we started selling the weights, it was just perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Definitely. Please do make sure you're checking out. Where do you Kumihimo when you're at home? Because obviously you need to lift or at least have space where obviously the design can fall through.
Do you want me to be blunt?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a special place that I do my Kumihimoing, and it is sat on the island in the kitchen.
Okay.
Because if you can imagine, if you're hunched over for quite a long time,
absolutely.
So you need to sit with your back nice and straight. You can either sit on your chair. I've actually photographed this and put it on my Facebook page. Is you sit with your left leg underneath your bottom.
Okay, yeah.
And as soon as you do that, it straightens up the back. Okay. If you don't want to do that, I tend to sit on the corner of the work surface on the island in the kitchen with one leg on the floor and then the other leg reclining over the side. As soon as you've got the difference in your leg positions, your back straightens and you can go on and on and on.
Because obviously it needs to drop, doesn't it? That length needs to drop.
Yes, so don't do your Kumihimo on a desk like this, because as soon as that weight hits the ground, it's not going to do its job.
It's not falling anywhere. No, absolutely. No. Okay, see, lovely, lovely little tips going on for you this evening. So that is the 100 gram. We've got the 50 gram weight now on your screen, $4.95. Again, make sure that you're checking out. For those of you who haven't tried this medium yet and really want to give it a go, again, there are so many of our sort of programs over the years that will be on our YouTube channel and tutorials, and of course available on our Facebook page. Plus, just jump on then. I'm sure somebody will point you in the right direction. We've got DVDs galore for Kumihimo as well, so please do go to the website and see. Of course, I think we've got Kumihimo for beginners. spinners, you know, so really do have from scratch. So please do feel free to have a look at those really reasonably priced
Another
DVDs.
really good use for these as well is if you're making earrings using half-drilled pearls onto head pins, and you need something to support them while they glue, you've got the crocodile on the end, and you can get multiples in the end of that from different angles.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I would, if you're doing that, just make sure that you're putting something in between the teeth that's holding that pearl, because you don't want the teeth of the any gemstone really. You don't want the teeth of that crocodile to scratch the surface of your gemstone. But fabulous idea. That's a really good idea, because otherwise it's all fingers and thumbs and fiddly, isn't it?
That's right. That's right.
$4.95 on your screen. Make sure you're checking out on those. Well done. Now then, we have got loads of Kumihimo findings, haven't we? The accessories pack. So let's bring all of these on. So I can't remember the last time that we had all of these available. I cannot remember. Certainly not in the different colourways as well.
No.
So have a look at the findings at the end of the necklace that Mark's made for us. So these are those are the bell shape, aren't they?
These are the bell caps.
I'm just having a look.
Yep.
That one there, I think. I think it's that one. That one there. That one's those are the smaller ones. Okay, so I've got the 6mm here. Then you've got the 3mm. Then you've got the 8mm in the yellow gold colour, and then you've got the rose gold colour in the 3mm.
This is one bundle.
One massive bundle.
Gosh, and you get bails as well.
Isn't
you get
that
charm
fab?
bails as well, and you get the oval jump
What
rings.
a fab bundle. So oval jump rings.
Wow.
You've also then got your, look at that, you've got the charm jump rings as well.
Yeah. They're brilliant.
Fantastic. Okay, 50 sets, that's it. That's a huge amount, isn't it? Absolutely huge amount.
Wow.
3mm, 8mm.
That's an amazing price.
So you really can go to town on some of the much thicker braids here, can't you, with those?
You can use your paracord and all sorts of...
Fab, satin. Absolutely remarkable price point there.
That's amazing.
How many pieces is that in total? Do we know? That's a lot there, isn't it? Let's have a look at that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 toggle clasps already.
Yeah, there's enough there to make at least 12
easily
pieces of jewellery.
Easily.
Well, another little tip as well. You can see I've got everything attached on here. You will find it a lot easier to pop your jump ring and your clasp onto your bell cap and then glue it into position.
Okay.
Because it's quite tricky. If you imagine the glue trying to set as well, and then you start going in and trying to pop on a jump ring, and the reason we've got an oval jump ring was the distance between the top of the hole and the bottom of the hole on that bell cap is quite extensive, and you can't get the round jump ring to take the curve.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we have ovals.
See, there we go. You see.
Yep.
It's why we have the expert in the house.
It's the most elegant way of finishing off your Kumihimo pieces. They're beautiful.
This is what amazes me as well, is that a lot of people will assume that everything in the Swarovski shop is solid stunning silver because of their prices, and it's not. It's not. It's either a brass or a base or an alloy base with silver. There will be some solid stunning silver there, but not everything. And when you think about these clasps that we've got here and how effective they look and how expensive they look, it's not dissimilar to exactly what you'd see if you were walking into the Swarovski shop.
No, absolutely.
Really lovely finish on these. I love the fact that you're getting them in the 3 colourways as well. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can, please. Well done. Lots of stock on those. Enjoy. Haven't had those for ages. Let's bring you... Should we bring the square Kumihimo disc? So Mark could then explain to us
why. I have to confess. I have never used a square macrame board. Kumihimo.
I was going to say you've got a rectangle one.
Kumihimoing. I know. The square Kumihimo is to be able for you to produce flat braids rather than cylindrical.
Okay.
So there's so many different ways that you can attach. So you're attaching your cords bottom and top and left and right. But as you're doing your designs, the particular way that you move the cords, you get flat instead of round braids. So I think Sarah Elvin's introduction to Kumihimo shows you how to use the square as well as.
Fabulous.
So that's probably a really good place to start. I own these, but I use them for macrame rings. For wire, because if you were using the small, even if you were using the small macrame board widthwise, you still have a lot of wastage. So this is perfect.
Really good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah, but they're fantastic. But flat braiding is beautiful. Again, a really nice thing to get into.
Well, have a look. On our website for the Kumihimo Beginner's Disc, the DVD. $2.95 for the square one. Please make sure that you are checking out. Please, 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 please do. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. There's not a huge amount of the square shape ones, so what Helena is saying, you need to be quick because the large Kumihimo disc sold out. We anticipate that that will as well because it's not often that we have that. So do make sure that you are checking out. Okay.
Wow.
So, okay, you are prepped.
Yes, I was going to show you the star
Please
one.
do.
I'll just do
lovely.
the star. Okay.
So this is our.
This is the pyrite one.
Yes.
That we've got on here, but I'm going to show you in the lapis.
Oh, of
just
course,
to show
this is the
something
one where I
slightly
was
different.
looking for the glue, and then Mark looked at me as if he wanted to poke me in the eyes when I said the word glue. Clearly, they are beautifully suspended. They do look as if they're just hovering there.
This is a really clever technique if you're using flat stones or pillows, cushions, because if you can imagine, if you're macrameing and you're caging, the bead is going to sit up sideways. And it's not going to sit right. Okay. So this is a really nice way of using flat stones. Okay. So what we're going to do is I've got 2 cords as my lasers. I'll bring the board up a little bit. So I've got 2 lasers.
Yep.
One of which I've attached the gemstones to, and the other one is empty.
Okay.
Okay. To begin, we're going to pop both of the cords in a slot at the bottom. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to start. Now, if you want to use a clasp for your pieces, okay, you don't need to have such long threads coming out of the back. Okay. The reason that I have long cords at the back is then afterwards you would plait them, and that would turn into your thread to attach with your knot at the back. Okay. So what we're going to do is so I've got 2 lasers and then 2 sets of working. So again, this is your basic square knot. So I'll just do a couple of knots just to get our cords attached. And when you're using 0.9, obviously it's a millimetre thick. So if you have a 10mm bead or a 12mm bead, you would do 12 knots or 10 knots.
I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that makes it easier. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the thread that has the gemstones on, and we're just going to flip it out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, so that's out of the way. We're going to reattach our now single lazy strand, and we're going to tie 10 knots. So one move is a knot.
Yep.
Okay, so left, right, 5 times. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that that is nice and neatly out of the way. So if I do the 10 knots, if you've got something
Yes, please, I have. I've got the mini macrame board that Mark is using, but this is a fresh, clean one.
Mine are well used.
Mark's isn't clean, but it is well used.
Yes.
Well used.
Yes.
So we've got 26.5 by 18.5 centimetre macrame board, $6.95. And again, I think Mark's house is there's probably a room full of these at Mark's.
Oh, yes.
Probably a room full of these.
I've got 54 altogether. Sizes and shapes. And
wow.
I do teach with them. I do teach with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So make sure that you're checking that out if you want to follow this. So Mark, the knot, this type of knot, what's it called again?
This is your basic square knot.
Okay.
Okay, which is probably a favourite of mine. It's probably the easiest
it does look really
to learn.
effective though, doesn't it?
And this is the stitch that you use with all your shambhala bracelets and your toggles and your slider clasps. Okay, so I've done my little section of bare knot, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slide our cord with our gemstones back and attach it nice and tight, and then you can see now that that gemstone sits nice and neatly on top of that little macrame section that you have underneath. So you pop it on the top, and then you take both threads again, and you go back under, this time through both cords.
Ah, okay.
So then you bring it nice and neatly to the top, and then you do your middle section. I did 3 knots in between, so that's your first. And then we'll just do one. I'll just do one more. Obviously, you need to decide how many knots you want in between. You could just have one gemstone in the centre if you wanted to. And then all you do then is you take your thread with your gemstones out of the way. You do your section with one thread, then you bring it back, you pop up your second, then you macrame it over both. And then if I bring this across, you can then see. So there's.
And that's. But can you see why I was having a look?
Yeah.
What's going on here? We had a little bit of E6000.
So the macrame underneath the bead is with the single lazy, and then the section in between the beads is with the 2 lazies. One that has the beads on, and one that doesn't.
They literally look as if they're just hovering.
Yeah. So this is called the floating knot.
It's really nice.
So for anything flat, anything shaped, anything like this, then it's just really nice.
So I suppose if the drill hole through, for example, a pearl coin, or maybe the top to bottom biwas that we had earlier was big enough, maybe even on a 0.4, if not a 0.9.
Well, exactly, because you're using 2 threads, you can have your 0.9 that doesn't have a bead on, and then your 0.4 or your 0.3 with the bead on, because you're going to be knotting them both. Because you're going through it anyway. Absolutely, absolutely.
That's a it's such an effective look, isn't it?
And just one in the centre. So you've got that really nice macrame. You can do a sliding clasp at the back here with a toggle if you wanted to.
Do you know what I like about that? That lends itself for gents so easily, though.
No,
so easily. Right. I need to make my other half a new one. It broke. The paracord broke.
How did that happen?
Well, because he's a rigger.
Right.
So he rigs for concerts and gigs, and he's caught it on something. I know. I did make it, so it probably was. I made it, so you know, it probably was one of those moments where it's like, oh, Rae. Thank God he didn't have to depend on it for hanging off a cliff or something. Well, no. Do you know what I mean? Because I've been saying, oh, Mark says that's going to hold like 3 people's body weight. Next time you're rigging and you fall off a roof or something, or your harness fails.
That's what you use.
I recently life insured him. Only joking. Hey, these colours are fab, aren't they?
I'm so pleased they managed to put this together for me.
Really, really nice. Gorgeous
we don't get the 0.9 very often, so to be able to have a bundle.
They're lovely. I like these a lot. Okay, so we've got a bundle of 6 Eslons for you in the 0.9. The Argentum again, the navy and the black, but then with those you are also getting the vanilla, the red, or dark red we should say, and the bronze. Really lovely colours. Love these. I'm loving that colour together. Really nice. Really, really lovely. I love the fact that we've got a neutral as well.
I love this bundle.
Fab stuff. Now, there are 6 bundles, just so you're getting all of them. They're all 32 metres in length, 0.9 gauge, of course, on every one of them, as per Mark's specific request. $16.95.
Wow.
For 6 of them. Oh, 800 644 655. Just make sure that you... Oh, God. Kerry's just asked Mark. So how many reels of Eslon have you got then, Mark? Do you know?
Oh, I've got a white plastic box that is supposed to be for DVDs, because I'm a bit of a storage fiend, and I've got 2 of those full of Eslon.
But I suppose, to be fair, you think about all the gemstone strands you've got, you think about all of the kits that you have, the Eslons. There has to be order, or it would be chaos.
I've got to the point now where if I introduce something else to my workroom, something has to go up in the loft. Because there isn't room.
Oh, gosh,
so
how do you choose?
I have to be really, really choosy. I have to be really... do I have to tell you what I've demoted to the loft?
I was going to say yes. Yeah, how do you choose?
Zari cord.
Oh.
I just think back, have I used this in the past 12 months? No.
Okay.
But I know it's there if I need it for something.
Yeah, definitely.
But I need an extension, I think.
What will be the next? Do you know, have you sort of done a sort of list that's, now, he knows what's going next. What's next to go?
A box of wax and satin cord. I need somewhere for my seed beads. I mean, my seed beads are taking over.
You need a whole room for that. Got a gemstone room, you're going to need a seed bead room. Crikey.
It was funny, we hoovered downstairs yesterday and for about 10 minutes it was crackle, 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 all these seed beads being hoovered up.
Say that again, sorry. No, Mark, sorry. Just because Helena was talking to me and I was looking and I was distracted. Sorry, Mark, what did you just say?
We were hoovering yesterday morning, as we do every Sunday, and the crackly noise that you get when you suck up seed beads. I want to record it as my ringtone on my phone. Do you know, I have been known to have a tube of 8 O's, no one's looking, oh no, and I go
just
around
so that you can hoover them?
Yeah. It's really nerdy.
There is a phrase that I'm going to use, and I mean it in the most loving way. Get out more.
Yes.
Do you know what you do need to do, though? Now, this is going to sound weird, but you need to invest in a pair of stockings.
Life's too short.
And put them over the end of the hoover to hoover them all up so that you can reuse them.
Yeah.
Definitely do that with your gemstones. Honestly, when we first moved into this building and we started doing gem collector and we all started using the tweezers, there were sapphires. The cleaners must have had an absolute feel. Sapphire this morning, a ruby this morning. Oh, look at that, a faceted perfect garnet. Do you know what? Happy days. I think I've got a half a carat Kunzite perfectly faceted from hoovering. Hey. You snooze, you lose, quite frankly.
Brilliant.
Right. We have got...
Oh.
All of them. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look at these.
Smashing stuff.
Oh.
Now, I love these.
Oh, look.
Now, we could really... you could flatten these out a little bit, couldn't you? They're gorgeous on their own. Look at these.
Or just pop a bead in and fold
it's like the opening of a crocus, isn't it?
Yeah. Little lotus flowers.
Love
Pop a
that.
bead in and just fold over the... Oh, that's lovely.
Really lovely. So the petal-shaped ones, so let me just get these. So these are brass faceted. Hang on 2 seconds. So let's get them all out of the box. Oops, hang on a minute. So that you can see what you're getting. So you've got the gold and the silver matching, and then these two are slightly different. So you've got the 12mm and the 17mm. So that's the 17mm, that's the 12mm. And then you've got the 14mm, I do apologise. 17mm, 14mm, then these are 12mm. I have to say, I'm just going to pick this up and turn this over. That, on its own, in a design, that's gorgeous, isn't it? I love the idea. So hang on a minute. So this is a 12mm bead cap. So we would be putting in there a 10mm bead.
Yeah, you drop 2 generally when you're
so
putting
the
in the
10mm bead goes in there, and Helena was just saying, great idea as well, end of a necklace with loads of tassels coming out at the bottom of that. That would be beautiful. Yeah. Really lovely. I mean, these are quite substantial, I've got to say. Look at this. That's like a mega bead. I don't know, so a 15mm bead that would be.
I mean, you were on last night with Hannah, weren't you?
Yeah. When
she did that beautiful necklace, the netted bit with all the reds and the yellows and the golds. If you use those either end.
Oh, that's a great idea, especially those ones.
Yeah. Just to fill over the top.
So almost like using it as a Kumihimo end.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's a really nice idea. Look at the detail on this one. This is really elegant. Look at the level of the detail.
Wow. Oh, look at that.
Now, bearing in mind, okay, so we've got a 10-pack of the 10-pack of the 12mm, a 10-pack of the 17, and a 10-pack. So what we're getting 40 in total, are we?
Oh my word.
40 in total. What was the price that you just said? Oh, that's amazing. Just under £6 for all of those. Isn't that amazing?
That's crazy. Crazy.
Such amazing value. Go, 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 go. Quick as you can on that bundle.
Wow.
They are lovely. Really lovely. While you are checking out on those, and so many of you are, you have got minute minutes until your turquoise. 84 centimetre strand. And then the chips and nugget DVD after, so that you know exactly how you can use this, okay? So this is 84 centimetres worth of turquoise. It's all coming away. We've got 333 strands. It is going so far away from £10. It is unreal. The price is phenomenal for this. So this is coming up for us in less than 10 minutes time. Also, so we've got Mark's DVD to bring you as well. We've also got our amber animals. So I think we've got, oh, they're over here. They're over here. Let me grab them for you. So we've got the crab, the ladybird, the elephant, and the butterflies, the dragonfly, and we've got our gorgeous, simple, streamlined, and pendant. So all of these are coming your way as well. Last of stock on these pendants and charms, and they're coming up for us as well in the next hour, including so much more. Plus, get your questions on Kumihimo or, of course, your macrame into Mark as soon as you possibly can. Can I ask, is this big sponge, I'm just being maybe a little bit dense, is this big sponge block for anything? Is it, okay, it's not just for display purposes, because, you know, I don't want to just pick up something black off the desk. So I'm just wondering what it's for, because
there's a technique called needle felting. Okay, where you take felt and you have a needle with little barbs on. Okay, you place it on top of the mat, and it's one of Gemma Crow's techniques that Gemma Crow has. Okay. And you stab. And what it does, it fluffs up the felt, and you can mould it into. But you need something substantial to stab this needle repeatedly into, and that's what the needle pad fads
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Right. Here we go.
Obviously, say that again. Can we show that? Is that all right? And then, the thing then, we'll put it on the graphics. We're not going to, obviously, it's not part of the Kumihimo or the macrame. There we go. So you can see, so fluffing up the felt. Oh, I quite like saying that. Fluffing up the felt. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, my goodness.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Do you know what? This weekend, I've seen techniques that I've never seen.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
How fab is that? Oh, I tell you what, that at Christmas and Easter is going to be beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are fun. Oh my gosh, that was Jenny.
That was Jenny.
Hey, we're talking old school, not Jenny old school, but as in we're talking a little while ago there. So details on your screen. We'll bring that price in just in case for those of you who are looking for this. Wow. I suppose it makes quite good for a little bit of a cushion as well when if you're doing work on your lap.
I have something like this for my. This is really nerdy. For my filter in my fish tank. You have a canister with different layers of sponges and and I buy this for £20. So I'm going to be stocking up with this for my fish tank.
£5.95. Yeah, definitely want to be.
Yeah,
definitely want to be. I think that's, you know, you could even cover that with material and have that almost as a very large pin cushion for when you're doing your seed beading as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Cover that with something that's non-slip for all the seed beads. Very substantial.
It is,
I'm telling you now as well. Cushions for your seats if you're recovering your seats.
That's brilliant.
It's got a little bit of padding for the old derriere. What? What? It has. You could sit on that and be quite comfy, Mike. Yeah, you could. Anyway, details on your screen at £5.95. Make sure you check it out. Well done. Which ones, my lovely? Yeah, of course we can. Yes, yes, yes. 2 seconds. Here we go. Oh, yes. Now, these are part of, now you made some beautiful earrings, didn't you, with these? And these are very much within the theme of tonight with the Out of This World. So we've got a star charm, and then these little shooting star connectors. Let me just show you these. And Mark's used them in these lovely little earrings. They're really nice, aren't they? Really nice. So you've got your little shooting stars. A little bit of sparkle as well, plus a star charm. So wherever you use,
on the back of the extended chain.
Yeah, look at that.
On the back.
That's lovely. That's gorgeous detail, that is. Really lovely.
It all ties in, doesn't it then? Wow.
So solid stunning silver and cubic zirconia, 3 shooting star connectors and a star charm for you at $9.95. So that's a really lovely high end. 3 connectors and that star charm. Please make sure you're checking out and confirming. We are moments away from being able to bring you your turquoise. Please make sure you're joining myself and Mark and the crew, because turquoise, 333 strands coming your way in a matter of moments for under £10, and Mark's DVD to show you exactly what you need to do with these just on the other side of this.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
That was the quickest little hop, skip and a jump.
That music just got me in the go.
He's getting down his bad self there. It really was. Popping away. It's pretty, it was like, honestly, it was a little bit Michael Flatley. I was proper impressed. Yeah. There was a little flourish and everything. Oh, it's great. Welcome to the late Late Show. Lovely to see you. I'm Rae. This, of course, is Mark. You don't need me to introduce him. You know exactly who this is. It is the Nugginator.
Nugginator.
The Nugginator. I can't.
It's brilliant.
Honestly, this happened when I wasn't here. I cannot be held responsible for that name. But it is your chance to get a heck of a lot of lovely turquoise. Tibetan turquoise as well. It is my favourite, not going to lie. I adore Tibetan turquoise. I do appreciate the purity of colour that Bulgari love and Chopard love and, of course, Tiffany love when it comes to Sleeping Beauty turquoise from the States. But there is something about Tibetan turquoise's colour and matrix vein, and the fact that it's from so high up in the mountains, and the fact that it's been, you know, snow-capped mountains, then they melt and you get this wonderful permeation which brings that matrix vein to the forefront of the design. They are, for me, true turquoise. They are lovely, jam-packed strand, 84 centimetres in length. Now, it's back in stock. Sold out beginning of January. 333 strands came back to our warehouse literally 2 days ago. Please check out multi-buy. Okay, it could be another 3 months before you even think of seeing Tibetan turquoise nuggets again. They are lovely, aren't they? Really, I honestly think for me, that is a memory wire bracelet.
Yeah.
On holidays, wound round the wrist, on the memory wire. That would be beautiful.
No,
How many coils do you normally use on yours? So you've got 4.
Yeah, and I always add an accent bead as well. So you'd have to think something you want. So maybe a gold-coloured pearl. That would be beautiful,
or
wouldn't
even
it? Or
a gold-coloured silver seed bead, or even a brass seed bead on top of the memory wire as well. Okay, so we're talking 4 coils on the memory wire plus an accent bead. How much are you normally charging those for?
What my basics, so your quartzes,
So your
your
amethysts,
agates, and your amethysts and your rose quartz start at £15.
Okay, turquoise is going to be.
It'll be 30.
Okay.
35. Yeah.
So I need you to listen to what Mark is saying about that price point. Because you will want to multi-buy on this. If you are going to be able to make memory, just the base, and I say the basic because the memory wire base, it's so effective, and yet probably one of the most easiest of makes, isn't it?
It's not the fact that it's easy, it's the fact that it's one size fits all.
Yes,
there
that's
are no
a great
fiddly
point.
clasps to faff around with. I've sold more memory wire bangles to men for their partners and wives than ladies.
Okay, good point. Yeah, because they don't need to worry about wrist sizes.
Make a big thing about
clasps.
it around summer or Christmas or any of the festivals. Make a big thing about advertising the fact that you've got memory wire and state no clasps, one size fits all, easy wrapping when boxed. You know, that sort of it sells. They sell.
I bet it does. Yeah. I bet it does. There are a load of other ways in which you can. Hang on a minute. Of course, if I just bring this in, because we've got the DVD for you, that you can work with your chips and your nuggets, okay? Loads. But right now, oh my gosh, there's so many there. Wowzers. Did I mention that this is going so far away from £10? It's unreal. And when we say far away from £10, we don't mean far away upwards. We mean far away down from £10. For genuine Tibetan turquoise, $5.95 on your screen. Wow. For an 84 centimetre strand. Multi-buy, multi-buy, multi-buy. Just from selling one memory wire bracelet with your turquoise, with your 4 coils, you are, well, again, if you're selling that at £30, look at your makeup. Look at how much money you are making back on that. It's an amazing deal. And of course, and that's just one of the most simplest of ways. There are so many other ways of working with it, isn't it? And I know that you're, obviously we're going to be bringing the DVD to everybody at home at the moment. This is about working with wire with our chips and nuggets, isn't it?
Well, there's macrame with chips and nuggets. You can rosary link. You can twist and Oh, here we go. This is gizmo coiling. So gizmo coiling.
I love, your necklaces, the multi-strand necklaces.
Dragonflies is perfect,
gorgeous.
or big chunks like this, and for rosary linking. I just think they're brilliant. But rosary linking for me, I love rosary linking with chips and nuggets. It's quite time consuming, but it's really therapeutic.
And really effective, really effective.
And Chipahimo, obviously Kumihimo with chips and nuggets, that's massive as well at the moment.
And that has been, I love this effect. But this is the thing about it as well, is that initially when we got these, they now have a fairly decent sized drill hole. When we first started, sort of 8 years ago nearly, it's our 8th birthday in May. So when we started first 8 years ago, it was the drill hole was minuscule, and we did struggle with certain elements of being able to set these. But now that we have got a decent sized drill hole going through the majority of them, it means that it just opens up a whole new versatility for these, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Look at how many of you there. There's pages of names. Well done. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the most effective ways in which I've ever seen those nugget bundles that we've done, the chip bundles that we've done, is that amazing collarette necklace that you did with all the beautiful carnelians, the twists and the amethyst. It was beautiful.
And now we've got our seed bead ranges. We can incorporate seed beads with our chips and nuggets as well to make them go a bit further and to do most elaborate pieces like that. That's just
gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful.
As a bracelet, it looks expensive, it feels expensive, it looks expensive, and yet you've just paid $5.95 for that.
And we're just coming to that time of year, aren't we?
Oh, we are indeed, yes. Look at that.
That's lovely. Just simple, really stretchy, multiple stretchy bracelets.
Absolutely gorgeous. Right, for those of you who are checking out on that, thank you so much. That's for tonight's must-have. Let's bring you your DVD. So you've got an introduction, you've got Rainbow Rosary, Ripple Pendant, Dragonfly Pendant, Wire Wrapped Triple Pendant, and Gizmo Coil Collection on this DVD with Mark.
Very young.
Oh my, how many years ago is that?
Must be 5 years ago now.
Is you and Jen?
Yeah, it must be 4 or 5 years ago now.
For those of you who are quite new to Jewellery Maker and you are buying this DVD and you haven't met Jen, she's absolutely she doesn't work here anymore. She's absolutely fabulous, absolutely bonkers as well.
Yeah.
So do enjoy that DVD. I'm sure she's a professional on the DVD. I would not, but she is totally bonkers. I love her to bits. Totally bonkers. I love it. Every now and again, I get a Facebook message. All right, Bab. It's fab. Just get this, and you know exactly who it is. I don't even see the photo. It just comes up on the preview on my phone. And it's like, all right, Bab. I know, we do indeed. So do make sure that you are checking out and confirming. This is going to get really. So the last time this was on it was December. Sold out in December. Reissued. Oh, I love those big chunky necklaces. They are gorgeous. $4.95 for your DVD. Wow. Make sure you're checking out and confirming, won't you? Fabulous little hints and tips, I'm sure, on this DVD as well. Now, the single DVDs last an hour. So they're split into chapters so that you'll be able to stop and start that wherever you need to, dip in and out of it wherever you need to as well. Excuse me. So you'll be able to dip in and out of the DVD, stop it, go make yourself a cup of tea, come back to it, whatever it is that you need to do. And of course, just follow that. And again, you know, we've already had a fab text message in from one of our customers tonight saying that they had struggled with certain aspects of jewellery making, but the tiller bead, I think it was the tillers, wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
And saying that they'd followed Mark's instruction and it was really clear, and for the first time they'd actually been able to do that. So again, that's going to be the same with this DVD as well. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming on that. $4.95. Hold the lines. Well done. Well done. Fab stuff. Right. Let's bring you some amber. Amber, I've got to say, amber and turquoise is a match made in heaven as well. Just going to bring in those colours with your turquoise.
We were talking about it when we first launched amber, and I do small craft fairs, but once a year at Blenheim Palace, which is local to me, they have a 3-day Christmas event, which is just incredible.
I bet
and they always have an exclusive turquoise stall next door to an amber stall. They always do. They have the two next to each other, and the two gemstones work beautifully.
They really,
always
really
have them together.
When is that? I need to know.
Well, I've looked at having a stall there, and for 3 days, it's £3,500 for the pitch.
Core blimey.
Yeah, the most I've paid for a pitch is 40. So.
Yeah. Well, nice to attend. Nice to tag along and just have a nose.
And the venue, Blenheim Palace.
Oh, beautiful! Yeah, absolutely. And I bet it looks spectacular on the run up to Christmas as well. Oh, gorgeous!
Yeah. Look at this.
Very pretty.
I've got this thing for green amber. It's my favourite colour.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Amber.
Oh, you put the. See, now Helena's gone, we'll do the butterfly, but she's put on the graphics for the crab. That's all right, my lovely.
What's the month for?
It's Cancerians, isn't it? And I think that's sort of June, July-ish, I think.
Right.
Because then it's Taurus. No, it's not. Then it's Leo, isn't it, for August? So I think it's June, July.
That is brilliant.
It's a massive feat for design, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Gorgeous. And again, loads of detail on the reverse. Let me spin it round for you.
Oh gosh, look at that.
So much silver. Look at the level of detail. Now, they could have just left that plain, no markings, no level of detail, no nothing. Love it. 26 by 25 millimetres.
The detail in those claws.
Yeah, it is. It's so fab, isn't it?
Yes.
I love the fact that you've got that element of detail, solid sterling silver gram weight, big size amber, and the very, very, very last of stock. Very last of stock.
Oh, hang on. Can you keep it just there?
Yes.
If you look in the amber, can you see the face?
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
It looks like a skull, doesn't it? Oh.
I'm going to spin it round so you can see, because you can see through the amber, the clarity of the amber, you can see the pattern of the solid sterling silver.
That's beautiful.
So much level of detail. Lowest ever price point on your screen at $14.95. Massive piece of amber here. And again, the amber is all about the size of the amber. It's not about the carat weight. This is an amorphic gemstone. This is an organic gemstone. So it's all about the size of that amber. 26 by 25 millimetres and a heck of a lot of silver to boot as well. Nice connector point, of course, here. It almost looks as if he's holding, you could sort of, like the manna from heaven, you could almost sort of imagine him holding a sort of gemstone or something in the top there if you wanted to. $14.95 on your screen. Wow. Hold the lines of the last of stock. Now let's go to the butterfly. I love the way that this has been set on the connector. Look at that. So it's on that beautiful angle. So if you had it on a necklace, it's going to just sit at that jaunty angle like this. Or it's going to sit on the wrist just at a slightly, so pretty. Why is it that the green amber catches your eye then? I
didn't know that green existed until we started launching amber. But I just love the colour, and green is probably a colour that I would wear. I don't know if I would wear the other colours. I don't know.
It's a proper Sicilian olive green, isn't it? It's a sage olive. It's a really lovely, or almost like it's almost like a darker version of peridot green. It's really lovely. Really lovely. Then you've got your cognacs, and of course you've got your lemon amber as well. Solid sterling stuff. I'm going to just flip just to show you. You can see where those the back of the silver is supporting the amber there. And of course the level of detail. Giello and the team do such a good job. The family, they do such a good job. Best price on this is going to come on your screen. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming as soon as you can. Really pretty. $11.95.
Wow.
Goodness me. Again, with the Eslon that we had earlier, that beautiful red Eslon perhaps, or the bronze Eslon.
The bronze, yeah.
Now, even on a lark's head, on a bracelet, just that.
Just that.
you would not be charging $11.95 if you were just applying a lark's head knot either side of those with that bronze. I think that would look lovely with the Eslon. That bronze Eslon would look fabulous, wouldn't it? Really nice. Last of stock on those, hold the lines. Yeah, I've got the dragonfly next. Again, look at where the connector points are.
Oh, they're beautiful. Just the workmanship. It's incredible, isn't it?
Really lovely. So you've got your, again, those three beautiful colours. 2 pieces of the cognac, 1 piece of the golden or the lemon, depending where you're from. It depends what you will call that colour. We tend to call it lemon amber, and then of course, or honey amber even, and then you've got the green at the top. Really pretty. I love that you've got that distinction that it is a definite dragonfly. And of course, the dragonfly and the butterfly, so symbolic when it comes to the reason behind wearing them. You've got that beautiful solid sterling silver and so much of it supporting it at the back as well. Now, we've done the best price on your crab, the best price on your butterfly. Let's give you an amazing price for the last 30 under £10. That's absolutely out of this world, isn't it?
I like the way that the amber doesn't quite reach the tips of the wings to allow that light to get in and circulate it. It's very clever design. It is lovely,
isn't it? They are so clever with their designs, though. They really are. I've worked with them for a very, very long time. I've worked with them for over 5 years, you know, very, very closely. And they are so good at what they do. They really are so good at what they do. Fantastic stuff. And always open to sort of new ideas about sort of new designs and how they can build it, you know?
Amber stormtroopers, imagine. I think they'd make me one, bespoke one.
You could ask.
You could ask,
definitely. Yeah, you could ask. Where would you display that at home?
Oh no, I'd wear it on my chest. I'd make sure I had an open shirt.
Oh, please. I'm literally going to send Marius an email and go, right, we would pay to see that. Quite frankly, please produce this. Oh, my goodness. Hold those lines. Well done. Well done. This is great as well. Now, originally, we did this design in black onyx originally, not with the Marius team, I have to say. Originally we did it with black onyx, and then we did the underneath was red agate, and it sold out in a heartbeat as a charm over at Gemporia. So we asked Marius and the team if they would make the ladybug, and it's followed us here to JM, which I think is fabulous, of course, and it's become one of their best sellers. Can I just spin this underneath? Look at the amount of silver that is containing your amber. Double connector point. And it is that literally yesterday, so I was stood with a friend yesterday in just before I came here to JM yesterday. I was stood with a friend in a beer garden having a coffee. No beers allowed, just a coffee. And there was a ladybug on my jump-in, and we were like, spring has sprung. Spring has sprung. Lovely level of detail. No, they are. They're quite endangered, aren't they? The original ones. All right, 10 to 6. Oh, now Kerry. That's not bad.
No, I'll have to have a look at that in the break.
We need to get a little. You need to send a link to Mark on that, Kerry. Yeah. Kerry's just found some. We won't say what it is in case everybody flocks there.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh. Can we see the price on this one, Eleanor? Thanks, lovely. £9.95, massive piece of amber as well.
Wow.
Oh, you're going to take it lower?
One of my favourite books as a child was James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
And about 20 years ago, they did an animated film version, and this reminds me of the Ladybird. And,
with Joanna Lumley, they did indeed,
Wow.
£6.95, even better price point for you. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming. Isn't that fabulous? Just with the gram weight of silver, that's nuts.
Gosh.
Am I bringing the graphics for your elephant? Lots of you have been going, where's the elephant? It's here. It's so cute as well. It really is. Double connector. I love how you've got that little twist in the tail so that you know that the connector is the tail. It's very cute. It's the tiny baby elephant from the Jungle Book, isn't it? It really is. Love it. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on this.
Those little toes.
I know, so detailed. Your actual amber itself that you've got there, 23 by 12 millimeters, solid stunning silver, really cute connector that you've got here, of course. 0800 644 655. Make sure that you are checking. Very last of stock.
Do you think he's African or Indian?
Well, I'm not. I'm just looking at the ears.
Quite big,
not big enough to be Dumbo, is he?
No.
His ears are African and his head's Indian.
$7.95.
Lots of people collect elephants.
They do indeed, in yes, all forms. You know, a friend of mine has so in the spare bedroom on top of the wardrobes is like shelving, and it's all the elephants that she's collected since she was like 3 years old. Yeah, it's sold out. Well done. Gosh. Sold out. Well done. Yeah, of course we can. Absolutely. Should we do that? Oh, hang on then. Hang on. Let me just. Now then. They're lovely colours, aren't they?
Wow.
They
this
are
will make a beautiful kit.
Lovely. We have a bundle of beautiful colours. This bundle has been called the Blue Planet. Now, if you were to pair the must-have, your turquoise,
yes. Look at that,
with your apatite, and of course your neon deep apatite, as well as the rounds. The rounds are just beautiful. Plus the silvery blue freshwater pearls that you're getting. That is a combination made in heaven, isn't it? So $5.95 for your must-have, which hopefully you've already grabbed tonight.
Wow.
So those details are at the bottom of the screen for the Tibetan turquoise. Okay, so bottom of your screen, Tibetan turquoise. Top of your screen, you've got the deep neon nugget chips of your apatite. Then you've got 2 strands of your apatite rounds. Now, can I just ask, because I'm assuming I'm looking at Madagascan and Russian, have you got origin, please, Helena Lovely? On appearance, but I don't want to make any assumptions. They're both Madagascan. Really unusual to get this colour out of Madagascar. Really, really unusual. This is normally a Russian colour. It's from the Kola Peninsula up in Russia. That's where we normally get those sort of lighter blue apatites. So that's extraordinary to get that from Madagascar. Madagascar neons, I would definitely expect those deep neons to be from Madagascar. Then, of course, you've got your freshwater Chinese pearls. It's a gorgeous match made in heaven there, isn't it?
No, it's perfect.
Really lovely.
Wow.
Okay, so shoulda, woulda, coulda, 1635. Really? Oh my goodness, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. All those, so you're getting 4 strands, the pearls, the double length strand of the neon apatite, and 2 strands of the rounds. So 4 strands in total, under £10.
That's the price for 1 strand of the round.
Isn't it?
Without a doubt.
Isn't it just? No graduation on that strand of rounds as well. Continuous shape all the way through and size. Amazing value for money. Wow. $9.95. Now, obviously, we've already given you the chance to own the chips and nuggets wire. They are amazing. Oh, that's such an amazing deal. Such an amazing deal. Please do make sure you're checking out and confirming as soon as you can. Talk to the call centre.
That's amazing.
Amazing value. So many of you there checking out on this as well. Well done. 0800 644 655. Number that you need to be dialing if you want to check out on this bundle, of course. And please make sure that you're checking out on the web and the app. Don't leave it to chance and think that that bundle is safe. There's lots and lots of you on the phone lines that are waiting to press your number 1s as well. It's a good deal, isn't it?
So we saved £4 on the turquoise.
Yep.
So really this bundle is only £6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is silliness.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Now that we've got Helena in the gallery, she might have heard us talking about this while she sits in the office, but we are suggesting that we have a little button underneath the desk here. So when we see a bundle like that, we press it, and a big red light flashes in your kit room to say kit, kit, kit. And then you just replicate that for a later show as a kit form for us.
It's a good idea. I think that button would be used for so much.
It would. I actually made myself physically jump earlier because my first job when I left school, I ran a wine shop in Oxford, and we had a little button under the desk if we thought we were going to have trouble, a panic alarm. And I'm sat here and I pressed this button and it just brought a flashback. And I really thought at that minute I was in the wine shop and the police were going to...
I used to work in Boots the Chemist years ago, and we all used to have one on the tills.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
Never had to use it though, which is very nice. Very nice. So look at that. Oh, I've just...
That's amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's gorgeous. Look at that.
Just like that.
If you're thinking about creating that multi-strand necklace.
Yes. Look at that.
Beautiful stuff. Make sure you're checking out and confirming. Well done. Well done. I'm going to leave those there for you to check out on. Yes. Number 3, did you say, lovely? Yes. I'm looking at number 8, and I know you clearly said number 3. I love this shape.
Beautiful,
and these colours. These are gorgeous.
Yeah, one for the gents again, I think.
Definitely. We're so used to seeing them in rounds, aren't we?
Yes,
Not used to seeing them as glossy as this either. Really glossy. Lovely earthy tones. Wow. There's some beautiful fern leaf inclusions that are very, very, very visible in this Jasper. Really lovely.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Really lovely. Have a look at this one. Just if I hold that to the light, look at that. There's a full little fern leaf going on in there, isn't it? I don't know if you'll see this down the camera lens, but if I hold that there, can you see that's a dendritic inclusion at its real best, that is. Gorgeous. Looks like a little fern tree is growing in it. Love it. It's what sort of gives the moss agate its name, really. Sort of crosses between Jasper and moss agate. Really lovely. Very, very nice. So you've got 130 carats of your fancy Jasper polished small nuggets, 10 by 8 mil, 38 centimetres, going under, I was about to say under £10. £3.95. Wow! Go for it as quickly as you can. We have got the Nuggetator on, which means deal after deal after deal on your nuggets and your chips. The Nuggetator or the Chipinator. It's easier for me to say Chipinator and not get into trouble. It really is. It really is. 0800 644 655. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on these. Beautifully glossy. Towards the call. Hi Catherine, hi Sue. Well done indeed. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on these. So lovely to see you tonight. Multi-buying in the West Midlands. Hilda, well done indeed to you. Wendy, Susan and Dean, congratulations. Anonymous collectors. So many of you there. Please do make sure that you are holding the lines. Linda in Pennsylvania, collectors in London, well done. Hold those lines. Fantastic deals. Love it. Absolutely love it. Should we move on to...
Can I see Super Duos over there? When did they get sneaked in?
Shh. A bit later. A bit later.
I just spied them out the corner of my eye. I haven't seen Super Duos for ages.
No, I know. We haven't seen them for ages.
I've had one tube this year in a kit.
Is that it? I think that might be a hint, Helena.
One tube.
When a member of the kit team is producing you, Mark's taking full advantage tonight. These are lovely. I love the colour of these. Really calming, really graceful tones, really pretty powder blues. Very, very, very calming colours. It's almost a grey blue in some cases, which is such a massively popular colour at the minute, just for homeware. You know, you're just thinking about sort of bedding and cushions and furniture colours. It's such a lovely, soft, gentle colour.
It's a neutral blue, if there is such a thing.
It is.
Yes, yeah.
It's a really soft... unassuming blue, isn't it? Really lovely. Suitable for men and women, I reckon, for your blue opal as well, definitely. 84 centimetre strand, 2 to 9 millimetres. 0800 644 655. Make sure you're checking out all from the base of the Andes Mountains in Peru. 8.95.
Wow.
Normally, this strand is $14.95. That's an amazing price point on your screen. Really do enjoy that. 0800 644 655 is the number that you need to be dialing if you want to add that to your order. $8.95 on your screen. It's a really great price. Absolutely brilliant. Hold the lines for those of you who are getting the last of stock on that. Now, the next one is proper end of stock. As in, oh, look at this colour, Mark. Look at the clarity on it.
I was
as well.
so shocked when I first held amber.
Because
of its lightweightness. It really
it is, isn't it?
It makes you stand back a bit and you think, gosh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I don't want to alarm you, but I've got 2 strands and that's your lot. That's it. That's how very last of stock. So this is literally gone at $14.95. Pure. It's like liquid honey.
Let's put it with the turquoise
in your
nuggets.
Hand. Yeah,
let's
do
them
that.
together. Oh, look at that.
Go, go, go. Add it to your order. Only 2 of you. Make sure you're checking it out. Literally, fastest finger first on that checkout.
Gosh, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Gone. They're lovely. Have a look at those. The clarity on those is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Now, this is your Kunzite chips. And they're definitely chips. Again, let's explain the difference between the chips and the nuggets.
So a chip,
Yeah.
I always think of chip off the old block. So when we make cabochons, for example, or when we facet shapes, the little bits that come off, instead of sweeping them up and throwing them away, we want to make a use of them. I mean, they're gemstones.
Yeah.
So that's how you get your chip strands. Nuggets are actually formed by Mother Nature in that shape, and all we do is we polish and drill, like this, for example.
So this is a nugget.
That's a nugget.
Okay, so these are nuggets.
Yep, so they're actually formed in that shape.
And literally we just tumble them.
Yep.
And these are chips. Okay, so we would have been cutting and faceting a larger piece of Kunzite. And these would have been the offcuts, basically, for want of a better word. The offcuts
But the
of
respect that they're treated with, I mean, they're tumbled, they're polished, they're drilled, they're threaded. So every time, nothing is wasted, which is why I love chips and nuggets.
And I'll be honest with you, having been over there, I know we were tongue-in-cheek then about saying sweeping off the floor. They are caught in massive leather, what looks like an inside-out leather saddle. So you have the cutting desk, and then underneath the cutting desk there is this massive leather, what looks like an inverted saddle, basically, and it's structured, and all of the offcuts fall into there, so there's no wastage because they're rare gemstones.
Yeah,
so they're all collected in there, and then they get taken away, and like you say, they get tumbled, they get centre drilled, and then they get threaded onto the silk or the temporary strand. So that's the difference between it. Still rare, still beautiful, and great organic sort of feel to them, isn't there?
Lovely. This is a gent's pink as well.
It's not too over the top, is it?
No,
it's not too over the top, not too candy floss.
No.
It's almost like a frosted lilac rather than a pink. $5.95. Could be anyone's that, really, couldn't it? It doesn't need to be men or women. It doesn't matter. $5.95 on your screen.
I've always thought that Kunzite should be in people's collections as a strand, rather than as a use for jewellery purposes. Because of its rarity and its uniqueness and the story behind it.
We had some Kunzite rounds the other day. Now, when I first started here 8 years ago, a strand of Kunzite rounds would have set you back about £79, £80.
Yes,
We did a last of stock Kunzite strand, I think it was on Saturday night, in 8mm rounds, for under £30. You could have knocked me for 6 at that price. It's bonkers. Such an amazing price. Really, really is. $5.95 on your screen.
Wow.
Make sure you're checking out. That's an 86 centimetre strand, that one. 86 centimetre strand. Make sure you're checking out. Yes, indeed. Now. Have you seen this colour?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Okay, I'm going to say something quite controversial.
Oh.
I know, but just have a look at this colour. This chip strand has better colour than some of our rondelle strands. I know that, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying as a find, I'm being very, very honest with you. For those of you who've known me for a very long time, you will know that I will say it as I see it, and that colour is better than some of our rondelle strands. That's outstanding colour, isn't it?
It's the archetypal cornflower, isn't it? Oh, look.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what. Now, obviously, we would have, with this particular, now rondelles, obviously, they're not chips, they're not nuggets. So you're finding small pieces of Tanzanite and you're cutting and you're faceting them. So it's a very, very different process. This will have been when we will have had a big piece of Tanzanite and it would have been cut and faceted. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably 4-gem that's been cut and faceted. And over the years, and that the chips off those one-of-a-kind Lariques and those one-of-a-kind masterpieces of the Thomas Rays would then be placed onto and that, because that colour, that is some fantastic, not necessarily clarity, I'm not talking about clarity, but that colour is really beautiful.
I was on the show the day we launched Tanzanite, which it must be 4 years, 4 or 5 years even more. And I was lucky enough to be on the launch show, and it was this strand.
Oh, was it?
And it was this strand, and it was $24.95. I remember it as it was yesterday.
Now, Helena, no pressure, incredible. But you've got to do better than $24.95, okay?
Yes. Wow.
Okay. Dun 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 dun. Under pressure. Under 20.
Ooh.
The colour is beautiful. I absolutely, I really would say if you get a chance to work with multiple strands of this and twist, that's the way that you want to be working with this. Look at that.
Does it work with amber? I'm just having a look. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Definitely.
That works beautifully.
Gorgeous. Tell you what else it works with beautifully. Ethiopian opal. Those beautiful violets pick up that violet flash in the Ethiopian opal like you wouldn't believe. Really, really lovely. Really lovely. Are you wearing Tanzanite studs today? See? I spy. Lovely. That is nearly sold out. Well done. Hold the lines on those. They're gorgeous. Next, another one of the big 5. Great colour on these. Great colour. Pie is not insipid at all. That's proper vibrant green, isn't it? Lovely. Maize birthstone. So if you were presenting, again, thinking about this, we are around, what, a couple of days away? What's the date today?
Sunday's the 1st.
Sunday's the 1st, isn't it? A few days away.
Gosh.
And then it will be saying next month's birthstone. Crikey. This year is flying.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely flying. That's a lovely vibrant green, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Really, really exceptional. Proper landscape forest green colour. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got a 98 centimetre strand, 132 carats of Itabira Brazilian emerald. Yeah, that's lovely. Helena's just pressed a button and the price that's coming in is under £10. This strand normally closes at £15, which in itself is fantastic, let alone then when you are taking it to under £10 for genuine, unenhanced, natural emerald. Wow, great value. Absolutely beautiful. A memory wire bracelet of the emeralds. Oh, they would look cracking. Absolutely beautiful. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. They are all last of stock strands that we've been bringing you in this hour. Please make sure that you're checking out and confirming. They are gorgeous. Now then, these are faceted large nuggets. Maybe the best strand of Ametrine that I've seen in this building. They are fabulous.
I think you're right there. I think you're right.
Feel the weight on that as well. That is beautifully weighty.
Gosh, yeah.
Isn't it?
Gosh, I just love the temperature of it.
It is a beauty. What would you, obviously that is a really standout high-end shape
I would use
that we're looking
the
at.
whole strand for cufflinks for gents. Because you've got the graduation size, you'd use the first 4 and the last 4 as your inner cuff, and then your central section as your outer. So you need to make sure, obviously, you've got a bead that will go through the buttonhole.
Gorgeous idea.
But the whole strand is perfect. Perfect. Father's Day is in June.
It is indeed.
There's
Yeah,
plenty
it
of
is
time
indeed.
to,
Yeah.
get these on your store. Because it's all well and good selling earrings for a £5, stocking filler, pocket money prices, but there's nothing for gents really.
No.
So cufflinks are fantastic.
For a £5?
What's
We
that?
are seriously be talking, not selling cufflinks of Ametrine for a £5. Mark, we need to talk about your prices, mate. We really do. You're so underselling yourself. Do you not think that's just balmy?
I like to give people. I get bargains, so I like to.
No, I
pass
know
them
that,
on.
but that's an Ametrine bar. A pair of cufflinks at £15. You go into Next and buy, you know, costume jewellery ones for $25.99.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I think you undersell yourself. You're very, very good at what you do. Pop your prices up. No, I do know what you mean about being passing on those savings.
See?
I know that, but you could sell a pair of cufflinks, Ametrine cufflinks for £15.
Okay.
I don't think anyone would bat an eyelid at that, would they? Mark's like, This is why I don't make jewellery, because I'd be like, right, that's Ametrine, that's £15, thank you. Because it's such a beautiful and rare gemstone, you just don't find.
It's really interesting to have on your stall, actually, as a talking point.
Absolutely, and draw, because people would go, oh, well, why is there gold in that amethyst? I know that's amethyst, but why is there gold in it? And then you get to talking, and it's fab, isn't it? $9.95, I think they're beautiful. Love the facets on these, really, really do.
That's lovely. Those central cubes are just beautiful, aren't they?
Stunning, absolutely exceptional. There's some really gorgeous separation of colour. I do own Ametrine.
You do?
I do. Faceted in silver. It's huge and it's beautiful. I'm very, very lucky because one of the perks of the job is you can go straight to the warehouse and hand pick the one that you want. So if you want a certain split in a certain way, you can go through the whole of the warehouse and sort it. Those perks have gone unless I phone up a friend and go, so I need. But yeah, no, it is lovely to be able to do that. It really, really is. And it's a beautiful gemstone. I'll tell you who really, really nailed this gemstone for me was Glenn Lehrer.
Yes.
Because the way that he talks about this gemstone, he's so passionate about it. When he talks about it, you just get so enveloped in his passion for it. You're like, yeah, I'm going to own that. It's beautiful. Beautiful, especially when it's natural. There are some places out there that enhance it, but this is totally and utterly natural. Under £10, absolute bargain.
Brilliant.
Hold those lines, well done. They are gorgeous. Which one, my darling? Oh, sorry, sweetheart. Yes, it's out here, my lovely. It's out here. Now, we are about 15 minutes away from our second kit with Mark, and we will have another sneaky peek at that in a moment. Now, not an animal this time in our amber, but a beautiful drop pendant. Really classy. We've got 11 opportunities left for you though, and that's it, I'm afraid. Just 11 chances. So please do make sure that you are checking. Oh my goodness me. I fear the worst for this price point. I really do fear the worst for this price point. You're looking at under £10 for a beautiful, beautiful pendant.
I'd have to add 2 of those for earrings, I think.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Simple. Shepherd's hook,
just
drop,
as they are.
Attach and off you go.
Job done.
I think
you need to get daylight behind it, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Let's spin it round so that you can see that there is no glass or resin on the back of that. That is just pure amber.
Beautiful.
They are really lovely, aren't they? I love the clarity of our amber. And again, just bringing that other strand in that we had. You know, it doesn't have to be just on a chain either. If you wanted to sort of, bring something really powerful to the table, that gorgeous amber strand, if you were one of the lucky 2 to get that last amber nugget strand, and then pairing it with this. Also, I'm just going to add, that would look beautiful as well, wouldn't it?
Look at the colour it goes when you put it in front of the turquoise. You get that green, bluey glow.
Is that amazing?
I love that. That's beautiful.
It's a great colour, isn't it?
Oh, you can see all the
it's like a line. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Oh, you can see there's proper inclusions. That's a design waiting to happen there, isn't it?
I love that.
Definitely. Beautiful stuff. Make sure you're checking out. They are the last 11. We've got 2 left. Go, 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 go. Make sure you're checking out. Yes. Fab. It's a little bit of a bonkers price, isn't it? Helen has just told myself and Mark the price for this strand. Lapis lazuli, centre drilled, tiered slabs. Or slices, probably we'd say. They are the most perfect lapis lazuli for a quick stretchy. No, I'm going to be careful with this. Oh, God. 250 carats. 200. The reason that they really only leave me on the late show, to be honest with you. We've got is 250 carats of your lapis lazuli, 6 to 7, 12 by 7 mil, 38 centimetre strand. So far away from £5, it is ridiculous. You cannot go wrong with that, can you?
No. Can you pop with that amber again?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think it would be beautiful. Yeah, I love that.
Lapis lazuli and yellow gold and I do know what you're saying tonight about the turquoise with yellow gold as well. It is really beautiful. They work beautifully together, absolutely beautifully together. I can indeed bring in the turquoise.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, it's just like diving into the ocean, isn't it? Beautiful colours. Absolutely beautiful. Do make sure, again, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, it'll be fine, I'll check out on that later. There's not a lot to go round. We've reduced it to so far away from £5, it's ridiculous, and it is the last of stock. Enjoy that. Absolutely enjoy that. Carol, Jackie, Lydia, Josephine, Evelyn multi-buying, Maggie multi-buying, collectors in the Outer Hebrides, Ruth, Kathleen. We've got Pennsylvania, we've got Nottinghamshire, Swansea, Hertfordshire, France, anonymous collectors. So many of you there, well done. It's a bit of a bargain, that is. Definite deal. Make sure that you're just adding that to your order. We've got loads more to squeeze in. Can we, while we are at it, can we just have a sneak peek of our second kit tonight and Mark's beautiful jewellery? So we've got seed bead and cabochon combo going on here, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. It's a stone that I've not seen at JewelleryMaker before.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think I have.
Have you?
I think
so. I've not seen it before. I was really pleased to have it.
It's a really beautiful tone kit, isn't it?
I mean, we're supposed to be out of this world in sci-fi, and I've sort of got a 50-50 split. I'm not very good at reading the briefs, to be honest.
But you know what? It's lovely about it, though. It's very wearable, beautiful jewellery, though. Oh, by the way, remember that lovely long line shell pearl necklace that you made me?
Yes.
You didn't make it for me. I took it home.
Yeah.
To be fair, Mark did say, would you like it? I wore it the other day and somebody stopped me in the supermarket and was like, that's beautiful. I just want to stop you for your necklace. That's beautiful. I was like, it's Mark Smith. Made bespoke.
Yes.
There we go. See? I need to just get your business card now and just go, oh, here we go. Hold the lines on that one, please. It's empty, my lovely. Ah, they're on the T-bar, that's why. Yeah. I love the multi-tone of these. Now I think we had an 8mm strand for you last night. This is the last of stock for you on the 4mm. Perfect rounds, no graduation. Multi-tones of the beryl family, your aquamarine. Now this month's birthstone, okay? March's birthstone.
Look at that.
It's Mark's number 1, it's my number 2. Yeah, Mark's number 1 gemstone. And my number 2, definitely. It's lovely to see it like this, isn't it?
And these opaque milky tones popped it to number 1 for me. I just love it. I just adore
There's something so calming about it. Don't get me
beautiful.
wrong. So the aquamarine, I've got, in fact, I was wearing one of my aquamarines on Saturday night on air. So I've got some lovely, very, very eye clean, very expensive aquamarines that I adore. There is something very calming about it, but there is something so spectacular about the sparkle from them as well. But my favourite is an oval. I was wearing it on Saturday night, opaque oval, bezel set in silver. I think it's about 10 carats. and it's this sort of, it's so soothing and calming, and it's a little bit, I feel a little bit like about Aquamarine, as you were saying about jadeite, that calming sort of serene quality to it. But when it's like this, when it's got that opacity to it, I love it. I agree totally with Mark when he says that it's very, very captivating. It really is. 4mm. So talk to me about the 4mm, because obviously, you know, that is, it would be a dainty sort of bracelet.
I would treat it as a seed bead, because I'm looking at, there's quite a hefty cord going through those.
Yeah, there is indeed.
So you'll be able to get your 12 needles through. And this would be sort of in between your 8s and your 6s, as far as seed beads go. So you can incorporate it in all of your seed beads. Designer Sheila does this amazing design. I've done it. I've replicated it once on a show, where she does a ladder weave pearl bracelet, and then she does crisscrosses of seed beads where the beads cross. We had one on our Duchess collection.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And this would be absolutely perfect for that.
It would be.
Just beautiful. Oh, I love it.
They are gorgeous. This month's birthstone. Now, if you reckon, the majority of jewellers surely on the run up to March and in March are going to put the price of your Aquamarine up, because they're going to know about the demand for it. I will say to you right now, this has closed at £10. It's now under £5. Isn't that amazing?
Next to this hematite gunmetal colour.
Let's do that. Let's bring it up to you.
I just think that works so well, those two colours together.
Beautiful colours. Yes.
Yeah, that's lovely. They're 6Os, the gunmetal, and they're not far off, are they?
No, they're not at all.
They'd work so beautifully with that. So as you can see the little silver beads there, I would swap those for the Aquamarine.
Yeah,
that would
lovely.
Work beautifully together. I love that.
I love the mixed medium idea. I really, really do. I really love that. Please do make sure that you're checking out. It's ridiculous. What you're looking at is Aquamarine. You're looking at essentially your blue emeralds, because at the end of the day, that's what they are. It's the same as with your morganite. You're looking at pink emeralds with your morganite. You're looking at yellow emeralds with your heliodor. The silk, the jardin. What you're looking at is basically that entire beautiful Goshenite family makeup. It really is beautiful. Make sure you're checking out. This normally closes at £9.95. Helena has properly smashed that price tag out of the ballpark for you tonight. Absolutely gorgeous at £4.95. Beautiful stuff. Please make sure you're checking out and confirming. Lovely. Little Aquamarine studs going on. See? I can indeed. Let me pop.
Do you sleep in your studs?
I do.
It's a habit I have to get out of.
But I then wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning with it stuck in the back of my head going, ow.
Yes.
But yeah, I forget.
I do as well.
Yeah, I think as well, some of the studs that I've got, my pearls especially, got really long post. They are particularly painful. Yes. No, I do need to take them out. I really do. But because I get back home, getting back home was very, very late. Same, I'm sure, as you get home late. You get into bed, you forget, and then it's like, they're still there.
Yeah.
I know. Which one did you want, my lovely? I have nothing in 9, 10 or 11. What should it be, my lovely? Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. No, I've got number 10. I have got number 10, which is a Kyanite cab.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
You own Kyanite, do you?
I do. And I own, it's basically a 4-carat in silver. And it is quite something. But you know what I really miss? I love, mine is very, very clear. I was very, very lucky. I picked it when I went over to Jaipur. I hand-picked it. But do you know what it hasn't got, which I find really beautiful, is almost that iridescence. Because mine is eye clean, which is beautiful, and obviously there's a lot of worth and value there. But that is so ethereal.
No, it's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful.
It is beautiful. That's a 5-carat Kyanite oval cab. Yes. I would be tempted to go to a silversmith and ask them to bezel wrap that. Ask Kaylee Kruger to do that something with it. It's beautiful. Say again. Are you absolutely? I'm sorry. Only dogs can hear me. $7.95 on your screen for a Helena. What is it? Is it?
That's less than £1 a carat.
Please, please, please go for it. Absolutely go for it. That is the very, very last of stock. If you are lucky enough to ever come to one of our silversmith workshops where you learn to bezel set, and please, my gosh, jump on one of those. That is beautiful, isn't it? Oh my goodness, right, there's not enough of those to go around. Many, many, many of you on the phone lines. Natural, beautiful kyanite. That's
Is that known as an asterism?
Do you know what? It won't be in all of them.
No.
It won't be in all of them. But what there is that iridescence. So when you tilt it, it's the mica inclusion that's within it that forms. It sometimes happens in Kunzite as well, when you've got it opaque like this. That does look almost like a cat's eye effect, but I think it's just the way that it's formed in this particular cabochon. I don't want to say that there will be in all of them, but it almost looks like a cat's eye, doesn't it? I don't know if it'd be in all of them, so I don't want to say that it will be, and then for you to get it home and it might not be. Oh, gosh, my goodness me. Okay, we're recapping the turquoise because there's a few that haven't checked out. And since we've shown it a lot with many, 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 many different gemstone strands and given you lots more ideas, lots of you have checked out, so there's only a few left. So please make sure that if this is in your basket, you are checking this out. Tibetan turquoise, 84 centimetre strand, 150 carats at $5.95. Tonight's must-have.
We did that.
Relaunched an hour ago. Absolutely beautiful colour. You can see the vibrancy, you can see the beauty. Oh my gosh, look at how many of you are there who haven't checked out. Jill, Laurie, Collector in Worcestershire, Marie, Tracy, Sarah, Violet, Jill, Joe, Josephine, Sue, Karen, Rosalind, Victoria, Anonymous Collectors. You need to check out on this strand. It is fabulous, isn't it? Listen, we have got the second fab kit coming up for you, including 2 cabochons. We've got the Bead bundle. We've got the Super Duo bundle. We've got loads of under £10 deals. Please make sure you're joining us. You will not want to miss this next final hour of the Late Show. Don't go anywhere. Myself and Mark and the crew with you on the other side of this.
Designers Alison Tarry and Nadia Shields bring you this incredible wirework and macrame dragon DVD. This double disc DVD will guide you through how to create this mythological masterpiece from start to finish. Learn an array of wirework, macrame and seed beading techniques. This 2-hour masterclass also comes with a booklet filled with additional instructions and details. All of this for just $12.95. To get your copy, contact our call centre or head over to JewelleryMaker.com and type in the code RYTY83. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome, it is lovely to have your company. I really hope you're well. Welcome to the last hour of the Late Show. We've got our second kit. Mark will be giving us a fantastic demo as always. I'm going to take you through what you're getting first. Now, 17th century in Venice, this beautiful goldstone was created for the first time. And it was used to essentially affect the finest quality of aventurine and sandstone mixed together in sunstone. So the aventurescence and the glitterati that you get in your aventurine and your sunstone from the feldspar families, something incredibly appealing, something very alluring about it. But to get high-grade quality glittering effects in those stones is very difficult. So in Venice in the 17th century, this beautiful goldstone was created. It is, again, it's a man-made, spectacular appearing cabochon that we've got for you, that I've got to say, it's like looking into a galaxy far away, isn't it?
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
I adore it.
Look at this. It's the most amazing midnight colour for a start. Look at it. It looks like 1,000 stars are falling through this. Now, you will have heard, of course, of the Italian Murano glass. You will have heard like, the money that is spent on... You know, if you had a Murano glass vase, you would be looking at possibly 3-4 figures for something like that. So what you're looking at is a technique that has been mastered since the 17th century that is quite absolutely mesmerising when it comes to... I mean, this is so perfect for the title of this kit, which is Night Sky, isn't it? You almost imagine Patrick Moore looking through that telescope, don't you, of days gone by, and looking up at that and then reporting back about the, you know, the amazing constellations that he would be seeing in it. Now, there are 2 goldstone cabs. Okay, so you're getting 2 of them. And again, I'm just going to show you again so that you can see that beautiful spark. It is mesmerising. I think you need to see these with your own eyes to see that inky navy colour and that wonderful, and it is recreating the aventurescence. Do you know what they call it in Italy? Stellaria, which basically is all about your stars. Stellaria. So it's not called goldstone. We've named it that over in Europe, in the UK, in the States. But actually, in Venice in the 17th century, it was known as Stellaria. And it is absolutely, it's mesmerising. It is absolutely mesmerising. If you could find aventurescence in a navy tone that produced that amount of sparkle, my goodness, hallelujah, you would be raking it in. It is beautiful. So 2 very sizable cabochons coming your way in the goldstone. Then you've got your seed beads, and you've got those beautiful galvanized metallics, you've got the hematite color, you've got the crystal, you've got the beautiful delicas, and I'm going to take you through those to start with. So take a look at the color of the delicas that you're getting first and foremost. So the delicas, you've got transparent cobalt in a size 8 delica. Then you've got the black delicas in the size 8 as well. You've also, if I just bring then the hematite in for you. So the hematite that you've got here, the hematite colour, it's actually gunmetal, it's called. So gunmetal's in the size 6.0. You've then also got, if I just bring in those wonderful galvanised, there's 2 different sizes of galvanising, the 11 and the 6, and then your 15s in the crystal. So all of your seed beads, plus the Stellaria cabochons. I love, the Stellaria for me is such a beautiful description of that stone, isn't it? Gorgeous. $24.95. Would we just be paying that for just maybe a couple of those fabulous seed beads? Goodness me.
That's incredible, isn't it?
And yeah, lovely. Look at the amount of jewellery that Mark has been able to make with all this as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm intrigued by that, the goldstone or the Stellaria. I'm really intrigued by it.
I've never seen it before.
Do you know what I have seen it, but I've never seen it because you can colour it whatever colour you like. I've seen it in reds and greens because it's mimicking aventurine, peach aventurine and green aventurine. For me, if they'd have just sold and launched it in that navy, I don't think anybody would have looked at any other colour ever again. It's so beautiful in that navy colour. Absolutely mesmerising. Oh, I love that. Really do. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it looks as if it goes deeper and deeper and deeper with all those stars, doesn't it?
The sparkles are so fine, aren't they?
It's almost the sort of pinfire flash that you'd expect to see in a really cracking boulder opal. Oh, it's lovely. Please do make sure you're checking out and confirming. $24.95. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming. Listen, while you're checking out on that, we're going to head over to Mark. Mark, what are you going to demo for us, my lovely? What have you decided on?
Yeah, I'm going to show you how to make the beads on the necklace here.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to show you one of the silvers, but all you do to make the larger ones is use more beads.
Okay.
So it's exactly the same, exactly the same technique. So I'm going to use the silver 6.0s.
Yep.
And I'm on my piece of beading thread, because we're only making beady beads in effect.
Okay.
You only need a couple of feet of thread. You don't need a lot of thread.
Okay.
Okay. So I've popped on a stopper bead, and for the silver beads I'm going to use 3, and for the gunmetal I use 6, but you can use as many as I said, depending on the size of the bead you want. So we're going to thread on 3 of our 6.0s, and we're going to slide that down to the bottom. Now this is a stitch that I've recently learnt this year, and I can't get enough of it. Every kit I've got at the moment I seem to be doing a bit. And it's called square stitch. Okay. So this is, if you're doing peyote, you'd get a zigzag pattern forming. So this is a nice way of having your beads parallel, symmetrical.
So you don't have that castellation to sort of lock in.
That's right. So you can do it on your beading loom if you had a loom, which would be slightly quicker. But I really enjoy doing this. It's really therapeutic. So we've got our set of 3, so now we need to add our second row. So we're going to pick up one of our 6.0s, and we're going to take our needle in an anti-clockwise, see it's anti-clockwise again, anti-clockwise direction back through the last bead of the first row. Okay, I might have to pick up in my fingers. Okay, so just pull that through. And the bead pops alongside next door. Okay, so we need to strengthen this little connection we've made, so we're just going to repeat what we've done. So we're going to take the needle through, pull nice and tight, and then back through the bead, the last bead on the first row, and then we're going to come back up. So that's strengthened the outer edge. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is you're going to do every single bead you add until you've finished the piece. So we're coming out of this bead here. We're going to pick up another 6.0, and this time we're going to pop our needle through its partner in waiting, if you like. So we're going to take our needle, back again, anti-clockwise, back through just the middle bead of that 3, and then that will pop in.
Oh, okay, so they're just sitting nice.
So they're sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do, this thread, we need to hide this thread. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to drape the thread across. You see the gap in between the beads there?
Yeah.
So that thread is sitting in between the beads. We're going to take our needle back up through the new bead we've added. So that's the next one. And then we're just going to repeat it. So we're going to pick up our next. So that's its partner in waiting, is the bead on the top left. So just be careful that you don't sew down through your stopper bead.
Okay.
So we're going to take our needle through. So that will then pop next door. We're going to take the thread across in the gap that's waiting, taking our needle back up through the top. Pull nice and tight. So that's our second row. Okay, so I need to do another 2 rows of this.
Okay.
So if you've got something
I do,
you
actually.
can show.
I have some fine line, if that's all right with you, Mark. I'm just going to bring. So we've got some fine line, £4, 45 meters. Exact. Well, in fact,
mine's the 6, so mine's slightly
Mark's
bigger.
got the £6. It's slightly.
This is my favourite.
Slightly bigger gauge that he's got, but you've got there the £4 to be able to use with your in the same colour as Mark is using as well. So. On your screen, £4, you've got there 0.12 of a millimetre, 45 metres in length. And that's going to go a fair old way. $11.95 on your screen.
It's brilliant.
Make sure that you're checking out. It's got the fire line comes with a guard as well. We were talking about that yesterday, weren't we? We were talking about the little beadle-on belts that we had for you lost the stock last night. $11.95 for your fire line. Make sure that you are checking those out as soon as you can. Good luck.
And this is my ultimate favourite fire line. This is one that I have on all my workshops, and I use it wherever I can because it's that black satin.
Yes.
So it's not a high shine. It's like a paint, a satin finished paint that you'd have at home. It's lovely, and it's really soft. And I don't know whether it's just me or not. I don't know, but it's really difficult to tangle the black satin.
Okay.
So it's really quite difficult to knot. So.
Nice to work
another
with.
Another little thing, yes, yes.
Fab stuff. On your screen, $11.95. Helen has just said very, very last of stock on that one, so good luck and check out. Do you want to bring in the graphics for the stackers?
Oh.
Now, I can't remember the last time that we got these into stock. Now, I am going to... How many have we got left? Okay, we've got 12 left.
We've got somebody from the kit team, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We
Helena.
We have.
Is there any way
we're going to need a little bit more of these
that we can have a storage solutions day?
Oh, what a great idea!
I think we need one. Okay. We haven't had one for quite a while now.
We have. So you've got your containers. Very, very last of stock on these. So you have the lid on the top here. Okay. Screw that together, and then this one adds as the lid for the next, and so on, okay? So they are your stackable and sealable containers. And you could add another, so if you had another pack, if you multi-bought, you could attach the other stack underneath there as well. $2.45. Love that they've sold out. That's how quickly they've gone. They have sold out. What I love about those is that you can see clearly.
£2.45.
£2.45. That's what you just for those, isn't it? Yeah. Storage solution day, maybe with Helena producing.
I think so. Oh my word.
That's
silly.
Make sure that it is silly. They've sold out. I'm really sorry to everybody's multi-bought. They've sold out. They've sold out. They've sold out. Sorry,
Well
sorry. Well done. Right, my lovely. So. Yeah, of course we can. Do you want to do that now? Okay, we're going to bring in the graphics of the Tiller bead bundle as well, if that's all right with you, Mark, just while we're...
Oh, these are amazing.
Okay, so...
I've never had
half tiller in the gunmetal, half tiller in the black, half tiller in the crystal luster, and half tiller in the matte black.
This is so perfect.
That's a brilliant colourway, isn't it?
That's going to work with everything you've got in your stash. That gunmetal I've been after. This isn't fair. It's not fair.
It is fab. It's got to be said. That gunmetal is a great colour. Really
I'm a massive fan of hematite, you see. We haven't had hematite on the show for years.
We haven't.
It's so lovely that we've got some sort of replacement.
It's very weighty though.
Yeah, I love it.
If you imagined, because did you see the pearl strand that I was wearing earlier?
Yes,
That was pearls and hematite alternating.
Right.
Yeah. hematite tubes.
Wow.
Old school, that is. That's proper. I think that was bought for me by one of our customers at Gemporia in, I think, I want to say 2010. Lovely. I know, lucky girl, eh?
I love this bundle.
So we've got $14.95 on screen. Look at the title of this.
A galaxy far, far away. This is the best.
Somebody knew that you were on air tonight and had to name it that, didn't they? $14.95 on screen. The matte black, the gloss black, the gunmetal, and of course the crystal luster, all in half tillers at $14.95. Please do make sure you're checking out. Hello to Donna, Annette, Jennifer, Sally, Wendy, Jean, Nicolette, to Jane, Kimberly, Francis, Andrew and Neela, Eileen, Roberta, Edwina, Janice, Gail, Carolyn, cuts in Oxfordshire, Eileen, well done indeed to you, Kate, massive if you're checking out on those. Well done. Well done. Okay, back to you, my lovely.
On the verge of jealousy.
No.
Okay, so sorry, Michael, if you look at the necklace here, I've done 4 rows to turn them into a cube or an oblong shape. The earrings right over on the other side, I've done 3 rows, so it's a triangle shape. Okay, so you can have a play around with how many sides you want to do. Okay, so for the beady beads, I've done the 4 here. So what we're going to do when we've made our little section is all we're going to do, we're just going to fold them to make our square shape. Okay. So what I did originally was I just went down this side, up, down, but then you had a little bulge form in the middle because it's not attached properly. Okay. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm just going to repeat what I've done with the rows, but with the square. So I'm going to go down the first bead, okay, which attaches the top and bottom. I'm going to go across into, so in effect it's like a zigzag pattern. So I'm going to go into that side, which has pulled it across nice and tight. Then I'm going to go across, down through the bottom one here, pulling it across. So you can see where the thread automatically now sits in between the beads. I'm going to go up the first one. I'm going to take the thread across, up through the second. So now I've attached every single bead.
And reinforced it as well.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're just going to pull that across. So the larger beads, I had 6 in the row, but starting and finishing, you do exactly the same. Okay, and I'm going to take that across and up. So at this point, I have my 2 threads next to each other. So there's the one with the stopper bead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the stopper bead, and then I'm just going to tie a single knot, first of all, and then a double knot. Okay, and then cut those ends off using your thread zapper or your scissors. I'll just use my thread zapper as it's here.
Old school.
Yeah, old school. So we're just going to cut the thread zapper. Okay, so that's your little beady bead. So you just make those in preparation for them threading them on.
So these are prepared in advance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you decide on your design. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this little bead into an earring. So I need something to separate the colours. So I'm going to pop on one of my little 11s first of all.
Okay.
Then the gunmetal. And then I'm going to take the needle right up through the centre of the beady bead. If you find, as this is here, it moves around, use your 15 O's.
Oh, okay.
And then that will bolster up the centre of your bead. Okay, so just going to slide that down. Then we're going to pop on our gunmetal and our little end cap. So as you can see, that for me, that moves around a bit too much. So I would just thread on however many 15 O's it takes to fill in the gaps. You've got enough room in there.
Because you can't see them, so it's literally just as a barrier.
Which is it's a sad way of using them because they're going to be hidden.
But you may have in your stash some size 15s that you use on a project and maybe just use them as a little bit of detail.
Absolutely.
But possibly it might not be a colour that you'd normally use in anything else, and they might just be sitting there that you can kind of...
Yes, no, that's absolutely, could be right. And then obviously you pop on a little shepherd's hook, but that's a nice little bead. Yeah. Nice little bead.
It's a nice pendant as well.
Yeah.
Lovely idea. Really lovely idea. Really effective. Thank you, Mark, my lovely. So what you've done with your necklace is you've built your beads up, and then you've then threaded it all on the fire line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So if I turn it, if I go around to the outside,
thank you.
You can see I've popped on a toggle clasp on the back there. So just lay out your design first of all, and then as you can see, I've used the gunmetal and then a series of the 11s. And then I've simply gone through the beads. So all of those beads will have the 15 O's running through just to bolster them and to keep them. It's a lovely little necklace.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
really is.
Pleased. And it looks a bit space age, I thought.
It also, but it looks really sort of effective, you know? It's just got that real sort of vavavoom about it. It's lovely.
It's a really little simple technique, and you can so you can use a whole tube of 6 O's and just make lots of beads and then incorporate them with other pieces of jewellery.
Lovely idea. Fab stuff. Fab. Thank you,
Pleasure.
Mark, my lovely.
Pleasure.
Any questions that you've got, please get them in. You are checking out on the Tiller Beads. Caroline, Sujay, Chloe, Taryn, Marie, Edwina, Janice Gale, Carolyn, collector in Oxfordshire and a collector in London. You really do need to check out on those Tiller Beads. If you check out, it's sold out. Well done. Well done. Okay.
You know what we're doing next? The tube nearest to us. Can you leave that one till last? Just to eke out the excitement.
Yes, I can. Of course I can.
I've waited so long for Super Duos.
What would you... So, Helena, what would you like first, my lovely? Yeah. Okay, so let me bring those there. Okay. Is it all massively one bundle, or is it?
It's an amazing bundle. It's incredible.
Is it really? Oh, okay, fair enough. Fabulous. Okay then, right. So, I love this. These colours are absolute perfection. Hang on, let me rotate that so you can't see the remnants of the label. That's probably better, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so let's go through these. We've got for you, in the seed beads, you've got the size 11s in the bronze, you've got the size 8s in the silver-lined light gold, and then you've got the 11s in the topaz gold luster. Beautiful colour combination, got to be said,
no,
absolutely. Then you are getting the pale bronze gold crystal super duos. Then these, which are absolutely to die for. Mark is oohing and ahhing over these, got to be said. These are the matte crystal capri gold super duos.
Can I spill some out?
Absolutely, go for your life.
This is one of my favourite. This is one of my favourite super duos ever.
Because
look, you've got that matte finish.
Yeah, it is.
And then you've got the pinks, the bronzes,
they are
oranges,
lovely, aren't they?
paparazzi oranges coming through.
Yeah, they are gorgeous.
They just, without a doubt, they're in my top 5. I'm so pleased to see them
they
again.
They are lovely.
Wow.
Really gorgeous colours, aren't they?
You just move and the colours glitter and shine. They're lovely.
Really lovely.
Wow.
Okay, that's a lot of seed beads. What sort of price point can we do?
No, I had $27.95 in my head for that. Oh no.
Okay, I need you to be as quick as you can. This is absolutely outstanding. I really believe, right, and obviously remember, Mark's just spilled a few of those super duos out onto the desk so that we could look for them. You're getting 5 full-size tubes. 5 full-size for under £20. You're looking, we need to do more bundles at these prices. Can we even do that though? That's such a ridiculously low price. Not just that, the different finish that we've got, the lines that we've got, that's amazing. Please dial now. Please make sure that you are. My goodness me.
This is a bundle to end all bundles. I just think it's stunning.
Isn't it fantastic?
I'd love to have had this as a kit.
Oh no, there we go. Helena? Another little note to self there. Mark's taking well and truly a great advantage of the fact that Helena's in the gallery tonight. He's like,
You just wait till you get this tube. What I would recommend doing is when you get this tube home, is just empty it all out in a well-lit room or outside and just look at the iridescence and the colours coming off.
They are gorgeous colours.
And just use them in one piece of jewellery.
So what would you make out of those?
What's on the front of the DVD?
Okay, let me grab that.
Yeah.
Let me grab that.
It's called the quadrangle motif, and I just think it would be, so replace them with the red.
Okay.
And you'd get the most amazing medieval looking.
So what have you got? So you've got the super duos in the centre, and what have we got on the outside here? 8 O's.
Yes, yeah.
So we've got 8 O's in this kit with the gold. You could replicate this with the gold and the capri.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be sumptuous, wouldn't it? That really would be
sumptuous. Do you reckon I'll be able to get this bundle? Do you reckon there'll be any left?
I'm just going to hand you the bundle. It's all fine, don't ask questions.
Okay.
I'll say I drove home with it to Cardiff. They never chase me. Honestly, it's fine. They're used to it now. They're like, oh, Rae will have it.
Wow.
Don't bother looking for it. Ray's got it. Okay. This DVD, now, okay, so we've just bought you, if you wanted to replicate this necklace in the Super Duos, so let's say Super Duos in the Capri with the size 8 O's, is that all that we've used? That's all we need. Yes. That's amazing. So, those are just a bonus, those 3. You could make that necklace with your Super Duos and your size 8 O's.
You probably can do that twice, I would have thought.
Really?
Yes, I think so.
DVD is on your screen. Now, obviously, it's not just that. You've got so much. Have a look at what else you can make with this double disc. There's so much.
Yeah, 12 products.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. How long did it take for you to film this disc?
We did it in 2 sessions. But it took me 2 months to put the bits together because I think there are nearly 80 pieces of jewellery that I made for the DVD. And it was in celebration of my 20th DVD.
Wowzers.
And we launched it on Christmas Day.
Oh, is this the Christmas Day one?
Yes.
Fabulous. Fab. Yes, is that necklace in that footage at all, please, Kerry? Can we just have a quick look? This lovely Z in a Christmas Day top. I'm just wondering if we get a shot of the necklace at all. Probably not in there, is it?
No.
Darn it! Darn it! Never mind. But at least it's on the front of the cover, and you can see that you can recreate that just out of those, which I think is fabulous. Plus everything else: aerial earrings, Super Duo BD bead, quadrangle motif, triple drop peyote bracelet, the Russian spiral Art Deco lotus bracelet, starburst earrings, flat spiral bracelet, tiller bead, picket fence jewellery, chenille rope jewellery, peyote hill and dip bracelet, spiral bead necklace. Good gracious me! Do you ever sleep? Good gracious me. And then we just have another idea for you, Mark.
I'm working on one at the moment. Well, no, 2 at the moment, actually. But I'm not allowed to talk about it.
No, don't give any secrets away.
No.
Don't give any secrets away. Is it Star Wars themed?
No. Are you working the 3rd or the 5th?
Of?
Next month. So that'll
I am here on the 3rd.
Oh, that's with me then?
Yes, I am here on the 3rd.
Me. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll bring in the pieces of jewellery, you can have a look.
Oh, yes, please, that'd be fun. Thanks. See? It's just a pro.
Well, any excuse.
Thank you. It's also, he's just like, well, if I put them here, it means that I might be able to just put them in the bag and take them home. Do. Right. Yes. A little bit of ultra suede.
Now this is what is what I needed for my necklace because Sarah Bingham, who runs our workshop, kindly pointed out how messy the back of my necklace was.
But normally I would have had there
something
would be a
to
bit
put on
of
the
ultra
back.
suede, and that would have hidden all the gubbins. All the gubbins, you see.
Yes.
Like this a lot. This is a really luxurious colour.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Perfect.
So with your seed beads, especially if you're seed bead embroidering, you're creating pendants just like Mark has done, of course, this is beautiful up against the skin as well, because the foundation backing can be a little bit on the scratchy side, can't it, when it's on the décolletage. But this is, there's so many different ways of using it. Did you see how Katie Parker had used the Ultra Suede the other night when she made those fascinators? Absolutely amazing, with all the hot fix. So 0800 644 655, this is your coffee cream Ultra Suede, okay? It's 8.5 by 8.5 inches, £5.95. And a little goes a long way.
Massively long
Doesn't
way.
it?
Yes, you do need a couple of postage stamp sizes for the back of my pendant drop.
Yeah,
so it does go a long way.
Absolutely. And if you're making
That's
a cuff, you literally just take a strip of that along there, and that is perfect for a cuff because you've got over your 7.5 inches there. So you've got a really decent size cuff going on. £5.95. Make sure you're checking out. It's not often we have Ultra Suede on its own.
No.
Not often at all that we have Ultra Suede on its own. So do take advantage of that and check it out as soon as you can. We'll move on then to, this is gorgeous. Now, there is something, I mean, obviously you do have here an opportunity to use, that's almost like a statement button in its own right. I just want to make sure that I angle that so you can see the lavender essence. Look at that. So now I know that that looks as if there's a crack running through that. That isn't. That is just the inclusion. It runs the whole way through that one solid piece of labradorite. It's not amalgamated rather I should say, or reconstituted labradorite. It's one solid big piece. Now it's got 2 drill holes either end, and it does lend itself. There's so much versatility to it. You can use it as a cab, of course you can. You could use this and seed bead embroider around it. You could wire wrap and pop that as a ring, of course you could. But it does lend itself to so many different ways of being able to use it.
So we had that Eslon earlier, didn't we? Just simple lark's head either side with the Eslon.
Lovely
Macrame
idea.
over the top of the lark's head, and then a little slidey clasp.
Gorgeous idea. So let's put that on the back of the wrist so you get an idea of size on this one. Almost using that as the connector, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's lovely.
And actually, for those of you who love your crystal healing as well, having labradorite up against the skin, big and good. Big and good. All that energy from your labrador essence, that's where you want, because the thing is as well, when it's a little bit away, when it's set in a ring and it's not quite, you will hear crystal healers say, it's gotta be touching the skin. $8.95 for a big 25 carat double drilled and faceted on both sides as well for that 25 by 20 labradorite. It's got great labrador essence as well.
Faceting's amazing, isn't it?
It's precision done as well, isn't it? Really beautiful. It's like a proper rainbow going on in that, isn't there? A little bit hypnotic. You can't really take your eyes off that, can you? Totally compelling. Now next, let's stay with labradorite. Squeaky chairs, excuse me. It is. It is. This chair is broken. This chair was never made to be sat on from 8 in the morning. It does make a noise when everybody else sits on it. Thank you very much, Kerry. This is your labradorite. Look at that. That is lovely. Now I have to say, this with the seed bead kit that we had and the Stellaria, the goldstone, would be gorgeous. To get your labrador essence in smaller size rondelles is so impressive. And not just to see a little bit of labrador essence, it is so good to see it in every single one of those natural labradorites, isn't it? Gorgeous. 60 carats, so impressive. 18 centimetre strand. They graduate from 3 to 7 millimetres. 60 carats in total on that strand, and we're going to take that very far away from £10. That's great for labradorite. I would normally expect that labradorite strand to be at around about $14.95. So the fact that it is at $7.95 is gorgeous.
heaven forbid, if I walked out of here this evening and never came back to JewelleryMaker, the one thing that I would be most grateful for JM would be introducing me to labradorite.
Yeah, it is.
Without a doubt.
It is a spectacular gemstone, isn't it?
I'd never seen it. I'd never heard of it.
Hadn't you?
No.
Oh, that fascinates me.
Yes, no, never seen it, heard of it before.
And
incredible.
I have said this quite a few times. It is the only gemstone that instigates any interest from any of the males in my family at all. So my brothers, who could not give two hoots about anything to do with, they are not jewelry wearers. But if I wear labradorite, both my brothers will go, "What's that?" And then I've told them about it. And they, "Oh, you wearing that? It's amazing in the light, though."
Well, labradorite is the only gemstone that Andrew has remembered the name of, and he'll say, "Oh, is that labradorite?" I said, "Yes." It's the only one. But yes.
It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. It's my aim, if I ever move house and get sort of big bifold patio doors at the back of the house, to have a massive, the biggest piece of labradorite can physically ship into this country and have it in a garden. Can you imagine the light pouring in on it?
Amazing. Like my worktops.
Oh, can you imagine? You haven't got labradorite worktops.
We got a quote for it.
Hit me with it.
Well, I thought I told you this story.
No, not
I hate to bore everyone.
No.
So it was a 6x4 island.
6 foot by 4 foot island. Yeah, okay.
And then the little sort of L shape around where the sink goes.
Okay.
And we got 3 quotes from different stones. One of them was from Italy, so that's out of the question. But the cheapest quote we had was £35,000.
Well, it's 2,500 for ours for our quartz.
Was it?
So labradorite was going to be...
Never mind.
We can dream.
The thing is, if you moved, you'd have to leave it there, wouldn't you?
Oh, no.
You'd never move,
You must be joking. I'd be there with a chisel. I'd be like, pivot. I would. Like, oh, my goodness me. Lift.
Oh.
No.
Oh, look at this.
That would be, wherever you go, always take your labradorite with you. These are nice. Like
They're
these.
lovely, aren't they?
If you got 250,000, you could buy a malachite bath.
Oh, yes.
£250,000. Yeah, buy 3. One for the downstairs loo as well, why not? 280 carats of lavender amethyst, centre drilled, tumbled slices, 9 by 3 to 13 by 4, 38 centimetre
We don't
strand.
have lavender very often,
We
do
don't.
we? No,
We don't often get, and it's really nice to see those paler colours. Alto Uruguaya in Brazil produces a really beautiful soft pink and lavender amethyst, really, really lovely. It's amethysta that kind of produces that deeper and darker colour. These are lovely.
I would want to put it with maybe a 4 mil Zambian deep dark purple. Just alternate between the two. Be amazing, wouldn't it?
Even, I have to say as well, we do dyed purple tiger's eye rounds.
Yes.
They would be a real contrast to that as well from the quartz family. 280 carats of it, all natural and unenhanced. Very important when you're seeing that from Brazil, because majority of course, your Brazilian quartz is treated. Going under £5. Let's bring an amazing price of $4.95 on your screen. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming. Great prices tonight, great deals. Really glad that you are still with us and joining us. Why not?
Works,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with that gunmetal.
Gorgeous.
Oh, I love this gunmetal.
$4.95 on your screen. Please do make sure that you're checking out and confirming. About 20 minutes left on the late show, and that is your lot. We're going to move on to... Oh, hang on a minute. No, number 9 was the Ultra Suede. Hang on a minute.
Were they there?
Are they the ones on the desk from earlier? Got them, my lovely. Thank you. Smashing.
They are black as well.
They are, aren't they? Proper
these.
midnight. Now, these are that starry night sky as well. That midnight sky.
Oh, look at them.
Now, when we bring the graphics in on these, they do look keishy. I don't know if they are 100% keishy. For me, they look like Baroque pearls, but they've been top drilled. They haven't got the full kind of almost concave like a Keishi has. But what you do have, they're slightly top drilled, so they do have this amazing, almost sort of flip and flop on that strand, don't they? So they have a little bit of an organic feel to them. 38 centimetre strand, 7x6 to 11x7. The colour, they are definitely, now sometimes we'll get the description black pearl and it'll have a sort of silvery tone or more of a bluish tone. These are inky, aren't they?
I love them. Normally when we have black pearl, they're quite heavy in the peacock, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
With colours, but these are phenomenal. They're beautiful.
They've got just that little hint of the teal green bouncing out of that secondary sort of colour underneath. Primary colour on these is that really lovely inky, almost navy black, really proper midnight colour. 0800 644 655. Make sure that you're checking out on these, of course. You've got a 38 centimetre strand. They range in size from 7x6 to 11x7. Really beautiful, elegant gemstone. I was going to say $9.95. $9.95 on your screen. Every time Helena takes a price down even lower tonight, what she's effectively doing is making space in our warehouse for more goodies for our 8th birthday party in May. So in May, we have some amazing birthday shenanigans planned.
I'm launching a brand new product on one of the days.
Shh, shh, shh. Don't give any secrets away just yet.
Can't wait.
Not just yet, soon. We like to sneak peek.
I'm rubbish at keeping secrets.
Well, you've got to try a little bit. You've got to try. You've got to wait until after Easter, at least.
Okay.
Hold those lines. Hold those lines. Well done. Let's move on to some cream pearls. These are very, in fact, these are bright whites.
They have to mix the two together. It's the law.
The law according to Mark.
It's an unusual colour.
They're very, very bright white, aren't they? Almost silvery.
Gosh, I love these.
Almost silvery in their tone. Now these are more Keishi. They've got that more sort of more of a concave. Have a look at what I mean by that. Can you see? You've got more of that almost like a dish shape.
You could pop another little round bead.
Definitely,
inside,
you could, couldn't you? With a little bit of hot fix. What else can I hot fix? I just think that I've got cushions at home that are just going to get revitalised. I've had that they were bought for our wedding. They're John Rusher cushions. They're beautiful, but they're just a little bit dated. Oh, hot fix is going to sort them right out. Bling! Can't wait. White freshwater culture Keishi pearls, 5x8mm. At 38 centimetres. Again, a chance for us to literally clear these out of the warehouse.
That colour's natural.
The colour that you are getting,
wow,
that bright white, hasn't been bleached.
That's incredible.
Now that, I'm going to be honest, that surprises me because they are proper white, aren't they?
That's the first thing I noticed.
They're almost a silvery white, they're so bright. $8.95 on your screen. Do check out on these. Last of stock, normally closing above £10 tonight, $8.95.
Wow.
Make sure that you're checking out and confirming. 30-day money back guarantee. Under £3 for your shipping and handling. Amazing value. And of course, no questions asked on that 30-day money back guarantee as well. Hold those lines. Hold those lines. Yeah, I have got the French wire. Yeah. Now, obviously, this has a purpose. It has a total fit-for-purpose reason of being within the jewellery world. Almost as sort of your wire guards, really, I suppose. Snip a little end of this off. It's a very finely, and I am going to do it, gizmoed wire. Very, very, very finely gizmoed wire. But it's got lovely fluidity. If I pick this up for you, you can see it's almost like material. Okay, it flows, it's got beautiful fluidity. Now, its purpose was to basically go around the end of the wire where your clasp was going to sit and protect your gemstones against your clasps and your wire and your beading thread, basically, wasn't it? Now, if you think about how much you're getting, you've got enough there to last you a heck of a long time.
400 pieces of jewellery.
Is that what we reckon?
Yep.
That's amazing. So 400 pieces of jewellery, if you were just using it in its traditional sense. However, as all of our guest designers do, evolve and develop and find ways of working with our materials. Look at that. It just looks amazing, doesn't it? It gives such a contemporary, I think that it just works when you're working with it as an actual component to make, not for its fit for purpose kind of, you know, to protect the ends of wires and gemstones against clasps, but as a sort of a contemporary look. It gives quite a high-end appearance in a piece of jewellery.
Well, I tend to use it as gizmo coil, so you'd pop the thickest gauge wire you can, and then you'd gizmo with that, and you get the most amazing gold luster.
Okay, so you pop a wire through there, and then gizmo it again.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Double gizmo.
Yep.
I think that's a great idea. $3.95.
Wow. 20
pieces. It's a 0.7mm gauge that you're getting, so you get a 0.6 wire through there, wouldn't you, to be able to gizmo with? Is that right? 0.5. You've got to go down to if you. Okay. Yeah. So 0.5 or 0.4 wire going through there. $3.95. That's for 400 pieces of jewellery if you're using it in its traditional sense. Crazy good. Make sure that you're checking out on those. Please hold the lines. Yeah, I've got some rounds.
Oh my
I want to see the inclusion. Oh, there's some amazing arrows in there. Look at that. Is this Brazilian? Would you be able to check for me, please, Helena? Thanks, lovely. So this is golden rutilated quartz, and it is proper golden rutilated quartz as well. The actual rutile inclusion is that golden needle colour.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No graduation on those rounds, continuous size all the way through the strand, natural, and I anticipate if it's from Brazil, it's Bahia. Let me see where the origin is. Is it Brazil, Helena, did you say? Yeah, that means it's going to come from the Bahia region, which is crazy good. So, rutilated quartz. The golden rutile that you have running through it is like this golden needle. Now, the French call it flèche d'amour, which means the arrows of love. Over in the States, they call it Rapunzel hair, or angel hair even as well. It is a golden needle-like inclusion that forms within the quartz and kind of creates this sort of almost like a golden glisten. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen golden rutilated quartz here at JM. I don't think I've ever seen it in rounds. I think I've seen it in quite heavily included drops. I don't think I've seen it in rounds like this. Really, really rare strand to see. Really rare strand to see. How often, you're obviously here a heck of a lot more than I am.
I don't know if it was with, no, it couldn't have been with you. It might have been with Eleanor. We had a strand on the morning show just after Christmas.
Okay.
And it was very similar to the Ametrine we had, the big nuggets.
Ah, yeah.
And that was the first time we'd seen Ametrine since being at Ivy House.
Oh, as in the rutile,
Yeah. The first time since we've been in Ivy House, and that's nearly 2 years now, I think. So this is only the second time I've seen it since being here.
Wowzers. I don't think I've seen it at all. I think I've seen it in drops as a last stock opportunity, literally when I started back here about 16 months ago, and I haven't seen it since. So it's $7.95, run with it. Because if it's another 16 months before we even see sight nor hair of this, oh my goodness me. Hold those lines. Great size on those as well, 6mm. Perfect. Yeah, of course we can. The JewelleryMaker tray, the bead tray, perfect. I think we've done these in every single year possible. We think we've done them in the grey, we've done them in the pink. I think we've done them in almost like a black colour, black and white, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So this is your JewelleryMaker tray. Now, you'll see it's got the measurements all the way around it. It's also got the pockets here for you to be able to store your seed beads, your gemstones, but also it's got the grooves for your beads to sit in, and of course where your thread can sit in as well.
I
like the fact you've travelled with these here today.
They're not the prettiest, but yes. That's a complete set then, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're brilliant.
This is an essential, isn't
Massively.
it?
It's
I've
massively
got 3
important.
of them at home.
No, it's massively important. Massively important. There are so many things you can do with it. You've got little wells to hold your beads and your gubbins and your findings, first of all. What I find is invaluable is when we're doing multi-layered necklaces, it's really difficult to judge how many beads less for the first row, how many beads to add for the second, and sometimes you may be left with an inch gap and then half an inch gap. It's really difficult to get that symmetry because you've got your 3 grooves in here. You can line your beads up perfectly to get that perfect graduation for your multi-strand necklace. That's what I use mine more than anything for, just that reason.
But it's also handy not to have stuff rolling around so that you don't have to get the Hoover out unless you're obsessed with that sound like you are. But again, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pop that on. Can I just pop that on Mark's mat there, just so that you can see on camera 4 what we were talking about with regards to the placement. It's also got the measurements. It's got your centimetres. It's got your inches as well.
Everything. Yep. No, they're brilliant.
25 by... Yes! Yes! I love it! It's going to £1. Perfect! If you're watching us on the repeat, to our morning show team right now, hi, it's £1! Morning, Ollie! It's £1!
Morning, Michael.
Morning! Oh, Michael! Oh, mate. You're going to see this in the morning. We've just taken that to £1. Well done, you were part of it. You were part of it. See? I think it's brilliant.
Oh, dear.
Really, really great. Fab stuff. Look, I just think as an okay, even if we normally bring this to you at £1.95, it's still £1. It's still £1. Isn't that brilliant? Essential. Add as many of those to your basket as you would like, please. Feel free. And the thing is, if you're thinking, well, hang on a minute, every time I buy that for £1, you're charging me $2.95 for shipping and handling No. So you order 10 of these, we send 10 of them to you for just $2.95 shipping and handling. Isn't that brilliant?
And if on the back of JewelleryMaker you started teaching yourself, or you have guide brownie groups,
do you know what? That's a really good
buying them in bulk
really
at £1 each. I mean, that's better than wholesale, isn't it? That's amazing.
Are we all right back there? We're just checking. You all right? Okay. I think that's a really, really good idea.
Yes, that's fantastic.
Really great idea. Brilliant. There's loads of you there. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Barbara. Look, can I just say to everybody who hasn't checked out, why? It's £1. Quickly check that out. Quickly. Fabulous stuff. Okay, what have we got time for? Oh, they are gorgeous. I was wondering where they were. These are lovely. I would suspend this on the neckline. You've got your 2 turtle doves. They are proper cute. Hang on a minute.
It's very Game of Thrones, this particular piece.
I'm racking my brains now as to why it is Game of Thrones. Bearing in mind I've watched it. What? It's because... Oh!
Yes.
Yes.
Peter Baelish.
Peter Baelish.
Yes.
Littlefinger. Yes, 'tis. Indeed. Oh, we came to us. Oh, no spoilers. No spoilers. Oh, no spoilers. Shh. It has been out for a little while now. I think that would be classed as it wouldn't be a spoiler, but yes, no, I agree. It is I love that. 2 turtle doves. Your lovebirds. Perched. Solid stunning silver. 3.5? Yeah, 3.5 grams. 2 connector points. I literally on a necklace. Some chain either side, our connector necklace with the popcorn, maybe with a pearl on the slider mechanism.
Just try to see whether you could, in fact, cut through the branch and you and your loved one could wear a bird each.
You could, possibly, yeah. That would be possible. It's very sweet. I really like the idea of it. Really sweet. $12.95 on your screen. Make sure that you are checking out. Have the Tiller beads sold out? They have sold. Okay, Tiller bead bundle has gone.
Super Duos? Super
Duo bundle. There's about 2 kits of the bundles left. One because he's taken one home with him. We're gonna. What would you like? Yes. The amethysts? Of course we can.
With the turquoise. Oh no, it's the graded one.
Lovely colour. Really lovely colour. So, this strand has got graduated, well, in fact, it's got blocks of colour, but we've already set it out for you. I need to hold this out, I think, so that you can see the colours.
That's amazing.
So you've got that. This is what Mark was saying earlier about using a darker amethyst colour in with some lighter tones. Well, this strand has done exactly that.
That's amazing. See the workmanship and time
Yeah,
that's gone
definitely.
into it.
And love the fact that they're all the same size as well. 6mm rounds, 38cm strand, 100 carats in total, and we'll take them under. Now they've closed at just under £10 before, £6.95 now.
I would put this with a turquoise without a
let's have a
shadow
look
of a
at it.
doubt. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Beautiful colour. Just second to amber.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Gorgeous colours. Make sure that you are checking out and confirm as soon as you can. Well done. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming. So, Mark, my lovely, thank you so much for tonight, my darling.
Nice to work with you again.
And you, sweetheart, always. When are you back?
Thursday morning with Eleanor.
Thursday morning with Eleanor.
Animal Antics Antarctic Day. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm intrigued.
I'm just going to say 2 words. Snow leopard.
Oh, in my mind, I'm thinking of those beautiful bracelets that you made with the leopard and the zebra print. We never know. On your screen, details for our must-have tonight, your turquoise. Are you with us over the Easter weekend at all?
No, I'm back after Thursday. I'm back on the 3rd.
Which is the Tuesday.
With you, is it? And the 5th.
With you?
Yeah, and the 5th.
Yes, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, please make sure that you're checking out of your baskets. Thank you so much for joining myself and Mark tonight. Mark, thank you so much for all your hard work. Team, thank you for your very, very hard work. Thank you, Helena, for ridiculous prices. And thank you to you for tuning in and being a part of the show tonight. It's been lovely having your company. So, I am back with you on Friday if there is no snow. Just going to put that out there. Please do make sure you are joining us. We open our doors if you're watching the repeat in a matter of moments or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Night.
Need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So,